Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth.
I'll get my laugh out of the way, he said, as that began. No, it's never going to happen.
Oh, shut your mouth. Do you know what? I just sound like I'm more Essex every. Shut your
mouth.
Or maybe a bit more Mick Jagger. Shut your mouth. Oh my goodness me. Welcome into this, the 60th
16th episode of Don't Get Me Started, 60 something.
We're back.
Yeah. I say finally, but it's probably the third or fourth show in a row. I'm like, yeah, we're back. Finally, we're back.
I know.
That's what we like to do.
That's what happens when we're
create
busy.
our own artificial hype.
I know.
By disappearing for a few weeks and then coming back again.
We had lots of reasons to not be around. I was LARPing. I was going up north. Up north, Jeremy.
Up north.
With Captain Brilliant. And then you were away at the Comic-Con and I was away at Germany. So we've been away, but we're back.
Yes.
Baby.
For at least 5 days.
Yeah, for at least 5 days. More on that in a bit. But welcome into Don't Get Me Started. Thank you so much for coming in. We've got lots of people. Yeah. Tamsanaki's here. Ali Lawlaw's here. Harmstone, you're right. Alex has had one of my hairs cut. Yeah. It's all looking a bit trimmed now.
And I have not, which is why I've still got the hound.
Squeezy the Bean. Where's the wine, boys? Well,
I don't drink wine, so mine is generally in his possession.
and I drove here, so I'm not drinking. So unfortunately, you're having a LARP. Do you know, having a LARP is actually a company that sells LARP stuff, LARP weapons and LARP clothes. Of course it is. They had an idea for that. But anyway, yeah. So welcome in to this, the 66th of all of our Don't Get Me Started. And wonderful to be back. How are you feeling, Jeremy?
Good. Feeling very, very good, actually.
Looking very purple. I love your T-shirt.
Yes. Well, this was my birthday gift from Tamsin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. I like that.
So I felt like rocking the purple today, so I went purple on purple.
Yeah, purple. I'm wearing the same clothes that I own for the rest of my life, probably.
This is wardrobe A.
Do you
wardrobe B will come up for the next one.
Do you know what?
Then we'll return to wardrobe A and rinse repeat.
Holly said something like, get some new clothes, and to which I mulled that over and responded, go fuck yourself. So, here we are.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Bing bong. Are you doing an impression of my parents' old doorbell? Because that's how it went.
Or the, if we want to make it even nicher, the original sponsorship sting for The Simpsons on Sky One circa 2000. Bing, bing,
oh, what, for Domino's Pizza? Jez, do you have to move those sofas into this room every time you stream, or do you move the purple thing behind them?
Yes. Hope that answers your question.
Hey, it's Tattoo Tom. That's what we're calling him. But, Jeremy, you must be having a wonderful day, because today is November the 5th. It's fireworks night. It's Guy Fawkes Day.
Is it?
It is. You might not have noticed.
I forgot.
You forgot. Just that you didn't remember. It's a wonderful day for all of us.
There's
dogs and cats alike.
If only there was some kind of rhyme that could have put me onto this day in
some prompt.
Some way. Do not forget the 5th of November.
Do not forget the 5th of November.
Something like that.
It's a strange holiday, to be sure, if it is a holiday at all.
I actually had this discussion earlier. Karis was like, should we take Hannah to see some fireworks? And I'm like, don't really care about fireworks, do we? No. Don't really care about November the 5th, do we? No.
Bit strange, you know.
I mean, the guy failed. There's nothing really to celebrate.
That's true. 400 years ago, one man and several other men conspired to blow up Parliament because they were so unhappy with their government. It's a very different time back then, Jeremy. People were very unhappy with the government, unhappy with the monarchy, didn't see the point of the king, didn't see the point of the government at the time, and they wanted to respond to it in a big way. They wanted revolution. It's very different now.
It is, yeah.
Not like that anymore. I don't think I could even...
Now people just gather with apathy and do very little.
Indeed. I couldn't have imagined living back in that time and everything that was going on, but thank goodness we live today. I'm not sure about that one either. We got Wi-Fi, thank God for that.
Perhaps it's shit to live whatever era it is.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine not having Wi-Fi in my lifetime. Imagine it would have blown Guy Fawkes' mind. The only thing it would have blown.
We love the government.
Was explaining this at work, had to Google it and saw Guy Fawkes fell off the hanging platform before he could be hung and quartered. That is true. Yeah. It's not made clear exactly whether he deliberately fell off it, but as they were he was the last person to go onto the platform to be hanged, and probably due to his weakened state from being like thrown in prison while waiting to be hanged, he kind of like stumbled off the platform and broke his neck. But they still
hung him anyway.
They still quartered him. They still quartered him and sent the 4 parts of him to the various different parts of the country, as is customary, to show what happens to traitors in this country.
Well, just in case, like some kind of freaky Power Rangers monster, he like came together and reanimated. You've got to make sure they're far enough away. A head will only travel a mile. It's a very, very common knowledge.
I see.
So as long as you put it a mile away, it's not going to reanimate again.
Do you know something? The reason they failed, because they were planning to planning to dig a tunnel from where they had hired all the way under and then underneath Parliament.
It's probably because they spread the word with a rhyme. That wasn't going to help.
No, it didn't. It's like remember
this again? I can't remember the day. When are we doing it? Is it Friday? No, you dickhead. It's not Friday.
I've told you once.
Remember, the 5th of November.
When we blow up Parliament. Pass it on. No, they...
Hello. What's going on here, then? Because the police have always done that.
Yeah, they always say hello 3 times. When Captain Brilliant first became a policeman, I don't know if this has been made clear.
I don't think the world knows.
No, I don't think he hasn't. But when he became a policeman, the day before his interview, we were prepping him for his interview, and he was like getting really nervous about it. I said, "Okay, big question, Captain." I said, "Big question."
Multiple choice.
Big question. I said, if a member of the public says hello to you, how many times should you say hello back? And he, being nervous and everything, just went, one? And I'm like, no, 3. And he was like, what? And I'm like, hello. And he did not.
Like, get out. You're not helping me, Alex. Get the fuck out of my house.
I know, right? I was in his house, so I did leave. But the reason I think the gunpowder plot failed is because they were worried, because they wanted to blow up a lot of Protestants. They were worried that the collateral damage of their friends who were Catholics would be too much for them to bear. So they went and they posted a secret note to some of the Catholics to say, like, if you value your life, stay at home on the 5th of November. And they were like, perhaps we should look into this.
Like the Prime Minister was like, yeah, I kind of value my life. Maybe we should look into this.
And so they were like, they thought the Catholics won't reveal this plot. If they'd have kept their mouth shut. But yeah, anyway.
I mean, that's the cause of most problems, is some dickhead not keeping his fucking mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. That's I give you that advice every time. Oh, shut your mouth. If he'd have listened to the start of this show 400 years ago, maybe Parliament would have been destroyed.
This would have been a very different show.
Indeed. Would it have been Hap or would it have been Nap?
Would have been encouraging people to open their mouths, perhaps. We would be opening in a parallel universe.
Yes.
Like you're just there going, yay! Do. Oh, open your mouth!
Words I've said, Jeremy, many times.
In that colloquial too.
But I don't say it in a whiny way. Oh, open your mouth. I don't say it like I'm Kenneth Williams from Carry On.
No?
One of the many Carry On films.
I'm not sure I believe you. It sounds like you.
Mate.
I'm just going to hijack for just a moment, if I may.
Do you think?
Ali Lolo said, Jez, hope the running is going okay. It has not gone since you were last with me, Ali, because today was an off day. But for those that are just joining me for the first time this week, I am doing a challenge for Movember.
Okay.
I'm running 60 kilometers over the course of the month for the 60 men that we lose every day from various things. Wow. Testicular cancer, prostate cancer, suicide, that kind of stuff. You can donate at the link that Tamsin summoned into the chat, !Mo if you want it again and are too lazy to scroll. Currently sitting at somewhere around 60 or 70 quid, or I will be once I put in the donation that I got from Future Wolfington.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
But could not he could not do. Apparently, it's a UK only thing. I did not know that.
No.
But if you do want to donate and you're outside the UK, you can just throw it to my PayPal. The link is in my thing underneath the stream, and I'll eventually put it in there when I remember to do things.
Fair.
And I'm at 8 kilometers.
And Alex, have you got your knob pierced yet? I mean, it was only suggested yesterday, so no, I haven't. Classic Catholic.
It was either
guilt.
get his haircut or get his knob pierced.
It was one of the two, and I felt
he went with the one that you were going to see today.
That's true.
And
it's here tonight.
Can't fault him for that.
And don't come to the basement. Yeah, that's right. If you value your lives, stay at home. Don't go to the basement underneath Parliament. Don't ask me why. Just avoid Parliament. No reason.
Also, hate to be a history pedant. No, you don't. But there wasn't a prime minister till the 18th century.
What do we? Did we stick him in the sea, or should we stick him in the sea? Oh no, I think he's in the sea.
Let this finger reach the sea.
Just dip it into the sea.
Yeah. As you will do with your pierced knob. Once it is pierced.
What's you going to do now? We'll find... Hey, do you know, we should come up with a new segment where, like, there's another stage.
Going to put you in the Mariana Trench. Won't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't quite roll, but yeah.
Oh, dear.
Into the deepest depths of the sea.
There's another stage.
Where there is no Wi-Fi. There's obviously still Wi-Fi in the part of the sea where Harmstone is.
We'll change the segment and we'll keep the sting the same, but we'll just have you just
overdub it.
Yeah, Mariana Trench, like that.
Yeah, deadpan Mariana Trench.
Or just like somewhere out in space or something, it's somewhere further away. But anyway, let's kick things off because lots of things have been happening in the last month or so. And you've probably got so much to say about things that hap and nap. We probably do, although we haven't written anything down.
No, we said no notes. I don't even have a thing up.
No, got nothing at all. We'll just have to make it up like we do with everything else. But let's kick things off with the segment we like to call This Is Happening.
This is the Mariana Trench.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
So much is happening. Harmstone is on a lilo with a drinks holder, sipping a fruity cocktail. I don't think he's into it, but, there you go. Podcast reached 400 episodes tonight.
Very nice.
That's a hap. Good work.
It still hasn't, talked about anything that I watch, so still haven't actually caught any of his podcast episodes. But I started watching Australian Survivor, and I'm like, hey, that's a Harmstone thing. It's even in the cover photo for his thing. I'm like, so there you go. I can finally engage in this product. I'm like, so how many seasons of Australian Survivor have you covered? None.
Well, we'll get around to it.
Cheers, Harmstone. We did bits of the first one. Yeah, that's long.
Nap. Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
I can't argue that he is, and that's Harmstone saying it.
Yeah, no, he's not really into sports person. Really. Do you have any haps? Anything that's good?
I mean, just the unfortunate things that prevented us from doing this show, I think, have been pretty hap. Comic-Con was hap.
Yeah.
It's good to get back out and do that. Normally, that convention, MCM, is a mega stressful cesspool of bullshit. But it wasn't this time, so that's hap too.
Yeah, obviously, I went to live action roleplay, and it was the nap aspect of that it was very cold. And it was very rainy. And thankfully...
It's kind of what you get for going up north.
I know. I mean, I should have seen it coming at this time of year. But...
even in August, July, it's still north and cold and wet.
It is true. Don't make me laugh. No, well, we won't. But if you want to, you can come and do that. In this economy? It was... But thankfully, the rain was in the morning. The cold was... No, I didn't get both together, thankfully. But it was wonderful to be laughing with Captain Brilliant. Amused. Amused me no end. Don't make me laugh. I bet there's no company called that. No, probably not. I don't know what that company would be responsible for. Is there a whole...
I mean, isn't it? It's probably
raft
someone
of people
like me running it, providing alternative entertainment instead of LARP.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay,
Loads of events
fine.
that aren't LARP.
We'll go to the theatre instead. It'd be great.
I agree with that. Alex and Dunk doing Just Tattoo of Us. There is an understanding, I think, which has possibly replaced the surstrumming in Mr. Harmstone's head, that me and Duncan, the singer, are going to do Just Tattoo of Us, which, it's my understanding, means we pick a tattoo for the other person and what it gets to say and where it's going to be on our bodies. Duncan doesn't know this, and we're not doing it. But
there is that, I suppose. Yeah. I every time I hear Just Tattoo of Us, I immediately get that in my head.
Just
in the Will
Tattoo
Smith
of Us.
style. Yeah.
It's good. But if I could think of something to get, perhaps you could suggest something that would incur a bill for that Hannah's therapy fund. Because what could I have tattooed on my body that would embarrass her so much? That's the question, I guess. Answers on a postcard. But
I would say, Sistine Chapel style, you and like Toriel, naked out there, reaching.
That sounds really good.
That would be a
really
very
good.
unique tattoo.
The porn hedge. Actually, the porn hedge is the first thing that... porn hedge. I think a porn hedge... I mean, there is a hedge around the corner from where Tamsinaki, just around the corner from here, in fact. Which might be the best place to get some porn right now. I don't know. But yeah, the porn hedge is what I thought, actually, straight away. What would that...
I mean, how do you know that it's a porn hedge rather than a regular hedge? Or is there a distinction? Are there any hedges without porn?
What? BRB, get round the corner. It's just at the top of Dunnet Road. Well, the thing that distinguishes a normal hedge from a porn hedge is that a porn hedge...
It's got porn under it.
Correct.
Nailed it.
Yes. And a normal hedge does not.
Right.
Yes. It should have gone without saying, but it did not.
You've got to be explicit with me, otherwise I just don't get it.
Yeah. You won't get porn with that attitude. No. I think maybe we have to work on it. We'll work on it. It's a work in progress. It's a tattoo in progress. I'm thinking about it now. Let's move on. Let's move the fuck along. So amusingly, when we did LARP the other day, me and Aletha and Captain Brilliant went there, and it was a spooky LARP. And
a sparp.
It was a sparp, and these goblins turned up to tell us that they'd heard a screaming ghost around the place. To which Captain Brilliant opined, "It's probably a banshee." Now, what I'll say about this is that whether it was or it wasn't, then I can't explain.
It was, regardless.
It was. As soon as he said, he went, "It's probably a banshee." Now, there's rules for these things in the game, and it probably wasn't, right? But as soon as he said it, the goblins went, "Oh, what's one of them?" And he went, "Well, it's a ghost that screams a lot." She went, "Oh, it's a banshee." "Oh, it's a banshee." And then they told...
furiously scrubbed out the actual thing it was, and because that's way better.
That's way better. These goblins then went around and talked to other members of the player base, and they said, and so they took what Captain Brilliant had said and said it to another player, and then when we were all sitting around at the table later, someone says, "Oh, and by the way, what has everyone heard tonight?" So somebody said, and some separate person inside went, "Well, there's a banshee out there somewhere," and Petty, and I and just like, this is brilliant. In the whole weekend, it was just like, have we caught the banshee yet? And every time someone said banshee, I'm like, we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Captain Brilliant. And it was absolutely amazing the whole time. Yeah. Exclamation mark X. I don't think there was an X in there, but it was brilliant. It was absolutely superb. I've had an incredibly nap day, so go gentle with me, please, folks. Fair enough.
I'm glad you came in just in time for the Toriel Sistine Chapel. Then that was excellent.
Like, what's that? Is that that's
It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's
that was about as religiously / arty as I get. I don't really have much more depth of knowledge there. That is my limit.
Yeah, if it was like Spider-Man, imagine if it was like that. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust myself. Yeah, I need to.
That is the other alternative. Is you dressed as Spider-Man shooting another white substance from yourself. That would definitely fit into the Hannah therapy fund.
Yeah, absolutely it would. So a wonderful time was had with myself and Aletha and Captain. Brilliant. Running around in the cold, hitting people, eating food.
Muddy?
Was it muddy? No, it was a little bit muddy in places, and then on the last day, during the night / morning, it rained so hard that it was just muddy fucking everywhere. Yeah.
Could have done that on the Friday night, just for the lols, couldn't it?
It was pretty
totally ruin the weekend.
And then we went and spent time in Captain Brilliant's home land, as it were.
Motherland.
In the motherland, yeah, and the fatherland. I got to hang out at his father's garage and see him. The infamous. I know.
Did his dad go out and demonstrate his Yorkshire manliness?
Immediately. Did
he go and fix something immediately? He's fixing, didn't it?
Yeah, he fixed Captain Brilliant's car because Captain Brilliant had a bit had fallen off of Captain Brilliant's car.
You can't make it up.
You can't make it up, honestly, Jeremy. A bit had fallen off of Captain Brilliant's car, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know if I need that." I don't know whether people need an exhaust.
Son, yeah,
is that a
that's
thing?
your exhaust.
He had to get a new exhaust, so we reversed it onto the ramp, and the ramp then lifted it up, and he had
Oh my god, he's got a ramp.
He's got a thing. Yeah.
Is he actually a mechanic, or is this it's just a hobby?
He's just he used to be he is a mechanic, but mainly he used to drive recovery wagons around. So if your car went off the road or spilt its load, or you were or if you were doing the Euro Truck Simulator for real, Jeremy, and there were many times when things jackknifed or were pushed off the road, or heaven forbid, Reesage got
trying to trigger me, aren't you?
Smashed off the road. If that were real life, Captain Brilliant's father's job was to go and recover you, and that's what he did. And then he sold the business, and now his own little place for bringing in Captain Brilliant's car and going, yeah, got no exhaust, lad. And having to get a new one. So I had all the thrills and spills of being in a real Yorkshire.
Every last bit of it.
Oh, it's amazing. You were hanging out at his father's garage and didn't get arrested. No, because no one saw I was hanging out. We're all in a very close-knit
you can
community.
hang out where you want in private.
I can't. I want to tell you. I don't want. Talking about hanging out is a great story, but I can't. I think it's too much about Captain Brilliant. I feel I'd be
not suitable for Twitch.
Well, it's probably suitable, but as the story goes, I'm telling someone else's story. I can't. It's
kind of like public doxing.
Yeah, it's probably not cool. Let him tell you that story at some point. I'll get him on the he won't mind. But Nap. No, I'm sorry. No. But had a wonderful time. Yeah, and I went into the garage, and this, like many of these things, this is just a random dude just sitting in a chair at the garage doing nothing all day, watching Captain Brilliant's dad just fix cars and stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah, just sitting around like that's what people do.
That is a thing, isn't it?
Sitting around a garage.
I've never really thought about it, but yeah, there is always some dickhead just sat in a garage.
Yeah, he was just sat in a chair, just watching everything happen, and he's got a tractor in there
as well.
And by the way, when Brilliant reversed his car into it and it went up on the thing and we all stood around under it,
Did he get out of his seat and come and join you?
Yeah, no, that guy remained in his seat the entire time I was there.
Okay,
the only comment he made when Captain said, "Oh, this is my friend Alex," he went, and I was like, hello in my he went, "Oh, come to see how the other half lives then." And I was like, yes, I suppose. I mean,
if you want to split the country into halves, yes, this is the other.
This is the other half.
I would live in the lower, you in the upper. Yes,
but yeah. But
thank you for your geography. That's very accurate.
Like the kind of person that would go to a garage and stand around. I just stood around looking at the car, going, yeah. Oh yeah, yep. No fucking clue. But...
Yeah, I can see the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see his problem straight away.
Definitely the left phalange.
You let Captain Brilliant have a car. And that was your first mistake. Will continue to be. But yeah, had a wonderful time. Did an escape room. We escaped in good order and good time.
And I heard a rumour that Captain Brilliant was solely responsible for that escape as well.
It's so funny. He really did. He was holding up the thing, said I did everything, but I think it was a bit too serious, about
too
it.
Literal and not at all accurate.
No, he was very good there, but I felt we were all good. I felt it was a very much a shared effort.
Yeah, but you didn't get the sign, did you? So
no,
yourself.
No, indeed. I think you should get a fire-breathing Captain Brilliant tattoo. That would not be so bad. When we were in Germany, I don't know if you saw, Captain Brilliant got a temporary tattoo on his stomach, and I won a board game because of it. So I don't know. I think he'd be the better person to get a tattoo if ever there was. And his face.
Yeah, I mean a fire-breathing Captain Brilliant tattoo would just be his face on fire, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't tend to go swimmingly.
He likes a bit of fire breathing as well.
He does, yeah.
He likes to shoot arrows made of fire as well. So yeah, we had a wonderful time up north, and I ate a pie. and I had a pie and mash and gravy.
Mm-hmm. Were you underwhelmed?
I was whelmed. The thing was, the place that's meant to be amazing, we were told, it was not open Monday and Tuesday, and we were leaving Wednesday. So we could go down the road, but we got up to the point, like, we thought, we were going to Alton Towers, so we decided to get on the road rather than go and queue up at the pie shop for 20 minutes.
It does sound reasonable, yeah.
Yeah. So, with a dragon body holding a cocktail, that does sound wonderful. Maybe you guys should get
the second best pie in Yorkshire.
Yeah. It was a nice pie, but it was just a pie. It was only a pie. Then we went to Alton Towers, and I've gone on all the rides at Alton Towers that were available, with the exception of Oblivion, which was the last one on the list, and I just wasn't that fussed about doing Oblivion, which is the one where they just fucking drop you.
Goes down. Is that the one that goes down back on yourself type one?
It's kind of got a little bit of an incline back, but it goes into a massive hole. And Aletha wasn't a huge fan of wanting to go on that, and that saved me from... Well, we only fun if we both go and do it. We couldn't do some either because it was closed, but went on everything else. So
how was the croque monsieur?
The croque monsieur?
Did you not get the croque
No,
monsieur?
I didn't get a croque monsieur. Is that what you get every time you go to Alton Towers?
I mean, I've never been to Alton Towers, but in my experience, when you go to a theme parky place and you don't wish to partake in any of the fucking rides, you just hang around eating croque monsieur.
For sure.
Or is it just me?
It might just be you.
Okay.
But let me tell you something. Let me get me started a little bit. If you might indulge me and get me started a bit.
I'm not sure that
this is
the show really lends.
Hello, Reese. So we went. I'm trying to work out what you want to say this, but we went. There's a thing in Alton Towers called the Roller Coaster Restaurant, and the shtick, if you will, the gimmick of the roller coaster restaurant. Have you ever been in the roller coaster restaurant? I don't know if you've ever been in the roller coaster restaurant. The gimmick of the roller coaster restaurant is that the plates kind of come down on kind of rails, and that the kitchen is up in the next floor up, as it were, and your order gets put on a rail and it spins around the restaurant above you, and then it arrives above your table and spins down a kind of a track.
That's
like a little...
fucking atrocious. Give me my fucking food.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Honestly, so you've got like, I don't know, like 10 tables around the place. People are sitting at the bottom of all tables, and you've got a spiral of things, and it comes down. It's fun, Jeremy. All the kids can see all their food spinning around the place. But it's just, I kind of forget half the things we got in there.
Reese is into it.
It does. It's kind of, if you're a kid, you probably like it a bit more. And sometimes it was okay, but like...
As I said, Reese is into it.
When I got in there, they were like, have you ever been here before? And we were like, no. Which is the answer...
Which is the answer everybody gives, because nobody fucking goes back.
Fuck me, yes.
If you've been here, you don't come back.
You don't come back. This is exactly what we said. Exactly what we said. You never... No one ever goes back again. Got in there. Music is really loud. And I don't want, and I'm sure you don't want, when you want to eat, you don't want loud music pumping out. You just want to eat your food. And then they make you do it on a little iPad, and it's just, the user thing is not good on that. Then you whisk it off, and then it gets made. And then this Sprite came spinning down towards me, and it came right in front of me because it has everything in front of you.
Sprite the drink, rather than like a little goblin.
No, it was not a little goblin.
Now you got to catch your food, motherfucker.
Hello, am I in the right place? Yes, Corey, you're here.
You made it.
You're in the right place. We're just talking about Alton Towers, the roller coaster restaurant. Yeah, stop playing with my food. Hey, I'm in agreement. So this Sprite that I ordered comes down and it drops right in front of me, and I'm like, wow, that's good.
Also, it's super fizzy now.
Yeah, it's super fizzy now. And you have to take the cap, not the cap off, but like this got a safety thing that you pull off. All the meals are strapped into the plate. So on the advert for it...
Just in case.
All the adverts are like, the food is on the plate and is wobbling around the place. But in practice, what happens is they put your burger in a tub, and then you put a lid on that tub, and then they strap it in with elastic strapping, and then they put the thing in, and then it whisks its way down. And then you have to spend all this time unparceling this stuff.
I mean, that's good. You wouldn't want to have a Porth call roller coaster incident with your burger and just lose the top of it.
You would not.
Some kind of horrific accident.
So this Sprite comes down, I start drinking it. It turns out, because your bit at the bottom of this thing, you're sharing it with other people. So we were sitting here, 4 lads there and a couple over there. And what happens is, just because it came down in front of me, it doesn't whiz all the way round to it. You then have to spin the thing like a lazy Susan round in front of the person who it actually belongs to. So you actually have to shuffle this stuff round to the next people, because at that point it's done its whizzy job. Now it's your turn to get involved.
But I'm a lazy Jez, and
yes,
I'm not going to do
and
it.
I'm a lazy Alex, and I didn't want to do it either. So I drank somebody else's Sprite, and they was like, "Is that my Sprite?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. The system is." I couldn't hear him; it's too loud. The whole situation is just like, and if you get it wrong, at the end of the track at the bottom, it just all falls into a bin. So once you've taken all your stuff, you push it, and it falls into the bin. And I'm like,
this just sounds like a real life Overcooked.
It's so horrendously too much.
Did you have the chefs like yeeting raw materials at each other across the restaurant at the same time? If you did, it's definitely Overcooked.
It was just
random parts of the restaurant just casually catch on fire.
No, regrettably not.
Yeah.
If only, then maybe we'll never go back again. But at one point, something came down to an empty table. So someone had to walk across and get their stuff from another table. At one point, we got someone else's burger. I mean, it's just ripe for errors and loud music, and the stuff which is the gimmick comes down, and the food's all fine. And oh my god, did they do yogurt? Asking for a palate. I did not see it. We didn't order a pudding, so
Bill Cosby.
I didn't see it. But yeah. So after that, we went across and we came out and we said, "Shall we get on the rides again?" I said, "Do you know what? I just want a coffee. I just want to sit down, have a bit of a coffee in a nice, quiet environment for just like 20 minutes, and then we'll get back on with it."
That sucks to be you.
Mm-hmm. And we went into Costa.
It's a Costa there?
Mm. And I got in the queue, which was not big, and we waited about 5 minutes in the queue. Got to the front. I ordered a latte. All this place is, by the way, is two young lads pressing buttons on the kind of things
it's
you
usually
get.
like a clunch the thing in, push the button.
Yeah, no, there was no ka-chunk.
Oh, no, it was one of those automatic.
Yes, it's an automatic one, like you might see in a co-op.
Yeah,
like a serve yourself one. So they had a serve yourself thing. All they had to do was press the button, and it would make the thing.
And then that's £100, please.
Yeah.
Right.
So I ordered my coffee, and then I stood to the side and waited with a bunch of other people, and they all got served. These people that were here before me all got served, and then so now they've all gone. I'm next, and the guy comes up and I go latte, and he goes no, hot chocolate, and out of nowhere comes chocolate. Out of nowhere comes somebody who like gets their 4 hot chocolates, and then they go off. And I'm like, oh, okay, must have been another one. And then these other 4 lads come up who've all ordered paninis and coffee. Coffin? And coffee.
Paninis and coffins.
Paninis and coffees. So they each have a panini, which has to be put in the panini maker, shut down individually, made, beat, undone, given, and the coffee. And so then each time this guy got a panini, I'm still waiting, and like 10 minutes have passed, and the next guy, and the guy comes up, and he always comes up to me with a grin. And he's like, cappuccino? And I'm like, no, latte. And he just gives it to someone else. They get their panini, first guy, then the second guy, then the third guy, and it's like mocha, it's like caramel latte, and none of these are my drink. And it's now.
Are you mocking me?
I should have said. And they're furiously. There's not really an opportunity because they're furiously
far
working.
More patient than I. This place would be burned to the ground after the second one.
It's
panini.
At this point, and I know this is going to sound strange, but like I could understand it if they're trying to fulfill an order that's doing a food bit and that at the same time. But I really expected at that point that my one would be in the middle of this. So once the first one,
prioritization going on.
Yeah, I thought at this point, maybe after the first one, I was expecting it then, but I didn't know if mine was going to get mixed up with mine and the guy to my left. So that's fine, right? But as soon as it's now 2 guys, I'm like, well, what's going on? But because they're in the middle of doing it, it's hard to kind of get their attention, and they are working so furiously on other people's orders that I haven't got an opportunity to interrupt them. So now they've got all 4 of them have gone past, all 4 paninis, all 4 not lattes come through, and now it's my turn, Jez. Now it's my turn. So I wait, and the guy comes up.
A stream of paninis, you might say.
Yes, indeed.
Some
yes.
Streamy paninis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I get my. Then the guy comes up, and there's more people behind me. But now we've had a bit of a gap, and the guy hands it to me, and I go latte, and he goes no, flat white, and I'm just like. Honestly, every time with a grin, with a happy, smiling, serving grin, he knows I'm the same guy standing in front of him for 15, now 20 minutes. And I'm the same guy saying latte. And each time he kind of goes with this maniacal, inane grin. He's just like...
Margarita?
Yeah, something else. And I was just like... I'm standing there now, and now I do want to burn the place to the ground. And I'm thinking, I could have queued up again and ordered a second time and got what I wanted. And then a woman with a stick wanders up and her husband, and they come up next to me. And literally, I swear to God, they came up, they ordered their 2 drinks, they stepped to the left, and no longer than like 30 seconds passed, and the guy came up, and I said latte, and he said like tea, and the woman with the stick hobbles up, and it was like 30 seconds from payment and order to receiving it, at which point I may have lost my shit a little bit. And after they went off, I said, can I just ask, any chance of getting a latte at all? And they were like, oh, did you want a latte? And I said, yeah.
I ordered it 67 minutes ago.
I said 4 guys have had their paninis and their coffees since then. And he said, oh, did you want a latte? And I said, if you'd be so kind. I said, with a measure of sarcasm. I said, if you wouldn't mind. And then the guy inanely gave me my, and I'm just like, honestly, it's painful just recalling the fucking, I was there for like half an hour. Are you having a latte? Some people, I'd be livid. I was livid. Oh my God. Am I the asshole for torching a coffee shop? No one. And by the way, when we got in there were spaces for everyone to sit down. You recall I just wanted to sit down with my coffee. Now, there are no spaces because everyone's been served. So, oh my God. So, I don't know. I just don't know what I would do now.
It just doesn't sound like it's a very good croque monsieur experience at
no.
Towers.
No.
Based on that.
No.
I'm going to throw it out there. Yeah.
He'd been there, so fuck Alton Towers. Other than that, I mean,
Other than that, I'm sure it was awful. Yeah.
I don't even know. Get us a coffee, you dafty. Yeah, I should have said, honestly, the guys were just hopeless. And I felt slightly bad for being so sarcastic to them. But I didn't feel that bad because I'm like, surely there's a big list of them. I mean, where was mine? How did it get missed?
Again, that's far more enjoyable than the experience they'd have got from me at that point. So, yeah, well done on your restraint.
Sounds like a right grind to me. It was. And then some woman near me said, oh, you showed real restraint there. And because I just said, if you wouldn't mind. But I thought to myself, no, that was not restraint. It was not restraint. Not exactly espresso service. Reese, where were you that day?
You missed another one as well. Sounds like a right grind to me.
Yeah.
He's just throwing them out there.
He's
Googled it, isn't he? Coffee-based puns.
Hey.
Well, that's a good one. I'll use that one.
No, I'm sarking them, but thank you. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you think they're just doing their job. These 2 lads got this job, but like, how difficult? Just make the... Oh. It wasn't a situation where they ask you to take a name. You normally say Alex, and then you kind of like coffee. I don't know.
That's good because they'd have thought your name was Latte.
They would. Latte. Honestly, just standing there for ages going,
flat white for latte.
Latte? No. Like no one else had one. Way to milk it out.
Moroccan triple blend side of margarita for latte.
Did it cost a lot? Yeah, it was like $3.45 for that fucking shitty latte.
Cost a lot of bucks.
Oh man. I don't know how to get my... between that and the roller...
It sounds like they need a snotty letter, to be honest. It's prime,
I think they should.
Snotty letter territory.
I think I will. Do you know, I like a snotty letter.
It has been rumoured.
I love a snotty letter. I'm going to write a snotty letter.
Before you do, could you pass me the Pepsi? Because otherwise we might be here sometime.
Pepsi? You want Pepsi?
Latte?
Latte? I'm glad you come back
Pepsi
with both
for latte.
Oh my God. Fuck. Oh my God. The only good thing about that was that, like, it was school, it was term time, so all the queues were like 0. Basically. So, like, just got onto everything super quick. It was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the opposite to
That is the benefit of not, taking a child to these places.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And I never will have to do that, Jeremy. Thank God for that.
I'm going to ship my child with you one day.
I don't mind that so much.
She's not going to go on a roller coaster with me, is she? So
no, that's true. That's true. I can live what it would be like to have a child life vicariously through your child.
And then give her back again at the
yes!
end of the day.
Yes. What about ABC Junior? Yeah, well, sometimes I forget about ABC Junior.
Maybe you should adopt like a 15 years, 11 months old child, and then be like, right, I've adopted a child. Here is Always Be Chatting Junior. And then 2 weeks later, right, you're 16 now. Time to go out on your own.
Emancipate yourself. Now, fuck off. I thought you were going to say, maybe you should adopt a 50-year-old child. And I'm like, even better. Perfect. Off you go. Be amazing. Sometimes ABC Junior doesn't eat for days. He eats. He's
on a non-eating streak right now.
Yeah.
He's never been fed ever.
ABC Junior.
There's a nap.
Heavy raging at all these fireworks. Doug's upset. The person at the root of the problem is Guy Fawkes. If I see him, well, you can maybe see a quarter of him.
Is Spinnet Project Scottish?
Yes.
There you go.
Corey.
I have discerned that immediately.
Yes.
From the two colloquials that have been used so far today.
He is very Scottish. Very Scottish. He's at university in Scotland doing a cybersecurity course.
Ace.
So if you want to know anything about cybersecurity or boats, he knows a lot about boats as well. The shape of boats, how boats work, how they float.
Does he even know like what the different sides are called?
I have not tested him on that,
because
I'm certain that he does.
That's the challenging part of boats, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
You know,
I
left and right.
I have to say with Corey, I'm absolutely certain that he would not make me look stupid. The seaside, was that what you wanted?
I mean, I do like to be by the seaside, so I'm just hoping I'm standing on the correct side in that regard.
Look, I've been called Brian for 15 years and 11 months. I'd really rather not change. That's it. Always Be Chatting Junior. Go to your room. One of the many rooms in Borton Towers. What's the steggiest boat? What's the steggiest boat? I mean a speedboat, a steg boat. They just call it a steg boat. So steg is a Scottish verb to mean run. So if you're late for the train,
you got to steg it.
You got to steg it. Yeah.
Okay.
A water steg. Yes, a water steg.
So he is there trying to discern which is the fastest boat, which boat has the most legs, is what he's asking.
I think Tamsinaki, the story, as I understand it, and I could be wrong, and your father will confirm, is that he had a mate who was Scottish who told him about Stegit. I think that's where he got it from.
But unfortunately, that's been blown out of the water by our resident Scot, who's never heard it in his life. So, speaking for all Scots.
Also, I've never heard Steg in my life.
Tom's talking bullshit.
Tom talks a lot of bullshit, but...
he does. That will come up again today.
Some Scot, then! Oh, that's a bit of a teaser there.
Fighting talk.
Shall we move on from this? Because I feel I have got started about haps and naps and the wonderful world we're living in. But perhaps we should move on to another one, given that we've had the appropriate 43 minutes of bullshit chat.
We're good at that. That has not changed in the in our hiatus that we can drag this is happening out for an inordinate amount of time. Should we go for this for a bit?
Yeah.
Just to, mix things up a bit.
Yeah, then we can do the one that's top right in there and afterwards. Yeah. Maybe after the other one. Yeah.
Wow, behind the scenes chat there. Do you want to introduce this one?
Yeah. We haven't done this in a long time. Haven't done any of it in a long time. We haven't done this in a long time, but this is a segment that we like to call Haters Gonna Hate.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
This is a segment where, we'll get to that. This is a segment where we get given wonderful things that we perhaps we love, but we have to hate on anyway. So you have to come up with things in the chat and drop in the chat things that we might have to hate on, or I can hate on it, and you don't have to hate on. You can do the other one that we normally do.
I don't mind either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to hate on something. So put in the chat the things you want us to hate on.
I mean, I do have one for you if necessary.
Oh, okay.
If they don't come up with something.
Yeah.
For both options.
Yes.
Positive and negative.
This
This is the steg.
This is the segment. I want to hate on Thatcher. Oh my god. See, well, I think it'd be quite easy to. We've got a raid going.
Put a pin in that. They've come at the right time.
And come right in the right time. It's happening now. It's a Nova raid.
Here come the raid.
Just gonna stand up on my leg. So
I'm just gonna bare my crotch at the stream while we get raided. Welcome in, everyone. Behold Alex's girth. I come at the right time. Yes, indeed, you do.
Yeah.
Mr. Daydream.
Are you Russell Wilson's finger? Because let's put a pin in this.
That is a very quick, very niche joke.
I like it.
Your father. I like it.
Welcome in, Raiders. Thanks for coming in. We've all seen you probably all before, but if you've never seen us and you've never been here before, my name's Alex, and this is Jez, and this is Don't Get Me Started, the rantiest show this side of October. You got an ad, Jeff. Well,
that means you can't hear us right now. So,
don't worry about it.
Unlucky.
So we love Jeff.
We do love Jeff.
He can't hear us now.
Yeah.
So we're talking about.
We'll not repeat that when he can actually hear us, because that would be too much fun.
Who are you? Well, I've just told you. So, welcome in, everybody. We're just about to do a segment we call Haters Gonna Hate, where we hate on shit. Normally, we hate on shit that we like. That's the clever idea. Think of things we like, and then hate on it. Climate change. I hate on climate change. I mean, the world's getting hot. Don't like it.
Yeah.
One for Chez. George from Bankstown.
That's too easy. I genuinely don't like him. You get
who the fuck is George from Bankstown?
You should know how this fucking works.
What's Bankstown?
Bankstown is a slum in Australia, and George is from Bankstown in Australia.
It seems very specific.
It is very specific. It's a contender on the Australian Survivor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love this. Don't get me started. Also, Into the Ocean.
Yeah.
Into the Ocean. Maybe we should change this thing. Mojo, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're all here. Polio. Hate on polio. I mean,
don't get me started on polio. Like, there are far better options out there if you want yourself a mint. Like, for example, a tree bore.
A tree bore.
A tree bore is a much better example of a mint than polio.
Yeah.
I seem to remember being vaccinated against polio back in.
Yeah, you got it on a sugar cube.
Like, not only do they sell these things in the supermarket, but then they vaccinate you against them. It seems counterintuitive as far as I'm concerned.
They gave me a sugar cube like I was a horse, Jeremy. They kind of like nudged it up to my mouth like that.
And then just to balance it out, they gave you a salt lick.
Yes, they did.
Just balance the flavours.
And they stabbed me in the arm with the other one, the BCG, the tetanus shot, whatever it was. It's meant to be things that Alex actually hates that he's supposed to hate on. Wait, I'm
okay. I'm gonna give you one.
Oh, please do.
I would like you to discuss your thoughts on Disney's Hercules.
Hercules, bless my soul. Herc was on a roll. That's the limit to which I remember that. Do you know what? This is Hate's Gonna Hate, isn't it? I've got to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of shit that film is. Overrated. That's what I think of Hercules. Do you know the reason, Jeremy? Have you seen it?
I have not.
Was it in your worldview at all?
No.
You've heard of Lion King, though, right?
I have heard of The Lion King. I think they came out roughly at the same time.
I did. Same with Aladdin as well.
I did see The Lion King. I did not see Hercules at the time on the basis that, one, I was 10 and therefore it didn't really appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
And also I was me and it didn't really appeal to me.
The reason is people make quite a lot about Hercules, but it's basically a long, boring film with not very many good songs. That's the thing. People go on about how good it was.
A tale as old as time.
Oh, absolutely. You got to think about these things. People big up Hercules, but let's face it. It's no Aladdin, it's no Beauty and the Beast, and it's no Lion King. And as a result, people go on about it like it's amazing. But it would only be amazing if it was actually none of these other things exist. When you actually compare it to these other things, it does not stand up. It's got perhaps one good song in it, and the story is pretty basic as stories go. I mean, it's so basic that I've largely forgotten it. Hercules, as you may recall, is incredibly strong, as known from the story, the 12 Trials of Hercules. And boy, do they have to cut some of those fucking trials out. you know? So they have to précis this fucking epic Herculean story into a bite-sized chunk, and it loses quite a lot by the time it's reduced to an hour and a half. So if you can imagine that. Plus it's got Danny DeVito in, and my mum says that Danny DeVito is shit.
Oh.
So the only good thing that I thought it had going for it was Danny DeVito, but I've been assured by my mother
But he has been Danny DeVito'd.
that
Is that what you're saying?
Danny DeVito, yes, Danny DeVito
By your mum.
should be vetoed. Yes, yes, yes. Did she say shit? Yes. Can you confidently deny Go the Distance, though?
I mean, for the purpose of this segment, I bet he fucking can.
Absolutely, I can. Go the Distance is, in fact, many people, Jeremy, think Go the Distance is the best song on that soundtrack. Do you know what I think? I think
That it isn't.
Can we stop, please? I think it's the worst song. I think it's terrible. It's done by Michael Bolton,
I've broken myself.
a guy whose name isn't Bolton, but Bolton. He's terrible. The song's bad. No one can remember any of the words apart from "I Can Go the Distance," a sign of a shit song.
I don't care anymore. So I'm a professional.
This was terrible. Bad cast, bad story, badly told. The only good thing about that is, is James Spader in it? Oh, that might be good. It's possibly the worst song in Kent history.
No, mate. Did you hear last year's Eurovision entry? That was a Kent song.
James Woods. Did I say James Woods? Oh, yeah.
James Spader's a very different person.
Yeah, James Spader.
I don't know who James Woods is. I know who James Spader is. And I did not picture him in that film.
James Woods is really good.
James Earl Woods. Hercules. I am your father.
James Hades. So what a shit film. Terrible. Thank you for bringing it up. I remind myself how much I hate it. Listen, can I just say, it's no Emperor's New Groove, which is wonderful in every way.
Which I also have not seen.
Look forward to next week when I'm asked to hate on that.
I think we've been asked to hate on it before.
Oh, yeah. Thank God for that. Let's not have to go through that again.
Yeah.
Did my mother say shit?
Did she fuck?
She said bugger. My mum swears she looks very guilty / amused when she does that.
Sheepish.
Yeah.
Schoolgirl.
She knows she's having a fun time, really. But I think she didn't like Jane. Who didn't she like? She didn't like
James L. Spader.
James L. Spader. She doesn't know. I don't think she knows who James Spader is. She doesn't like Danny DeVito because he likes Jeremy Corbyn. When there was the vote, when there was the general election.
When it was cool to not like Jeremy Corbyn.
When it was cool,
we didn't want to improve our country.
Correct.
Got it.
Danny DeVito came out on Twitter to say, England, you've got your man in Jeremy Corbyn.
It's a Lineker style.
It is.
Hating. Right,
it is. It's a Lineker style hating. It's celebrities, or in the case of Lineker, a sportsman celebrity, coming out politically when they should shut their mouths. And
unless it's about the other side, in which case they can say what they want.
They can say what they want. Correct. My mother, who is lovely, said of Gary Lineker, as I've said before, she wouldn't even eat his crisps. In fact, she'd get a packet and stomp on it. What she said of...
They'll make a great noise, though.
What she said of Danny DeVito, what is he talking about? He wasn't even that good in Taxi. Which is quite an obscure thing to say, but fair enough. He said, do you know what
Other films are available.
Do you know what I think I'd like to do? He should shut his mouth. Do you know... I should tell him that. Do you know what I think I should do? Put a bucket on his head and hit it with a stick. And not a plastic bucket, a metal bucket.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
That's what my mum wants to do.
It's another level.
To Danny DeVito. Yes, fuck him up, Anne.
Does she think that it was Danny DeVito in Home Alone? Is she following along that
I think she does think that that's Danny DeVito, yeah. Yeah. But it was Macaulay Culkin the whole time.
Hey, I'll tell you what I noticed today.
Mm-hmm.
How much did the writers of Home Alone just take the basics of 101 Dalmatians and roll with it?
Well, I have to
Have you
say...
ever stopped to think about that?
Well, I haven't seen 101 Dalmatians, but do they leave all 101 Dalmatians at home and go to Paris without them?
Yes, they do.
Really? Please tell me. I can believe it.
But like the two crooks who are working for Cruella de Vil
Oh, yes.
are just the sticky bandits.
Oh, right,
Or
right,
wet
right.
bandits or whatever the fuck you want
They
to
were
call
the
them.
wet bandits. The sticky bandits with a different first draft.
Yes.
They
No,
just,
that was the,
they always jizz in everyone's
That was
houses.
in Home Alone too. The
They were the sticky bandits
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
sticky bandits. Oh my goodness me.
Fuck's sake, Marv.
I'm hoping this weekend is when my picture with Gary Lineker is emailed over. You've got a picture with Gary Lineker. Never be publicly shared because of how I didn't care to meet him. Why would you not? It's the perfect crime, but they leave semen. Yeah. That's how they got caught. They were so excited about stealing things
Just
in.
swap this DNA.
Anyway, I feel we've got about as much out of.
Out of hating.
Yeah, can we just love something now? Because
Yeah.
do you want to hate something, or should we give the people what they want?
I think it is time to give the people what they want because
Finally.
we've teased it a few times and then swerved,
Hmm.
and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. In the segment that we like to call "Lover's Gonna Love."
Hey, buddy.
Donald, this is amazing! You even sound different!
I just feel so happy and relaxed.
Love
This shit I'm
in, love
this shit I'm
in. Yes, please.
The wonderful segment we like to call Lover's Gonna Love, where we have to love on something.
Usually that we hate.
Usually that we
See
hate.
how that works? We flip it around.
I like these people who've just probably joined us and gone,
What
are you
the fuck
telling
is
me
these people doing? What is wrong with these people?
you had an idea and you just did the version?
Sepsis. That's an interesting one.
Oh, Love on Galactica. Oh, that's a ride on Alton Towers I disliked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well you can take that one then.
I feel like I'm just going to be doing the negative of it, but we'll find out what happens in that.
Armstrong, I'm going to stick a pin in your George from Bankstown, and I'll come back to it once I finish the season of American Survivor.
George from
Because if he
Bankstown.
fucking wins, I swear to God, I'm going to go to Australia and point my fist in the air or something.
And not make him a latte.
Yeah.
Sepsis.
Latte? Yeah. Go on. Galactica, not Battlestar.
What a wonderful experience.
You almost went authentic then. Ruined it all.
What a wonderful experience. I gotta love. I love roller coasters. That is true. And there's not a better one in the entire of Alton Towers than Galactica, formerly Air. And it's like you're flying, Jeremy. It's like the real flying experience. It's exactly like a flying experience. And they strap you in, and then they tilt you forwards. So
did you not have to go through security first then?
No.
Oh, it's not the true experience then.
No. No.
Nice.
It was a lie. Go through, they strap you in, and then they tilt you forward so you're facing the ground, and then your entire weight is against the things holding you in. And despite the fact you think you feel unsafe in that situation, I found that I felt completely safe, and that at no point was I going to fall out.
Sounds really
And
comfortable.
fly for real, basically. And then, much like a flying experience I would curate for myself if I could fly, I then went through a series of spins and rolls right very close to the ground, like I was about to hit it. And I mean, you think you just fly in the air, but you don't. But I loved it.
That's probably why they changed the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is this ride lacking, Jeff? Air?
That's it. Galactica, listen. It's like they theme a bit is that you're taking off and you're going into space, and that is largely how I
Did they
felt.
paint some white dots in the dirt?
Just to make it look like the. Yeah. It's like I'm in the stars. It was a wonderful experience. Best thing they've got there, and I felt very, very happy the whole way round. And I wish it never ended, Jeremy. I wish it could be. I wish I could still be going on it round and round and round and round.
Well, and it's here tonight.
And it's here tonight. They brought in the entire Galactica. Comes in through your window. Didn't it have VR headsets at one point? It did. I never went on it at that point because this was my first time. But
Were the headsets too too protruding, and they actually scraped across the ground. So they
yeah. I don't know why they got rid of it, but it was so like you could have the feeling of flying whilst having the VR experience, which sounds fucking amazing, frankly, and would have made Galactica.
Probably outgrew the graphics. Is probably the real answer.
Probably, yeah.
Probably looked like that crappy roller coaster thing you could unlock on Excel if you were clever back in the 2000s.
I was not that clever.
That was good.
The other thing about Galactica is that then you can point your fist forward and pretend to be Superman. And you'd think that I'd hate that and think that was bullshit and lame, but I did it just like everybody else. Everyone did it to a person. Just going forward, flying around like I did it the whole way around. Wonderful. It's a lovely experience, and I did not shit my pants.
What do you know about sepsis? I'm not sure I could do sepsis justice because I think I would need some knowledge about sepsis to love on it.
Yeah, I don't really know. Isn't sepsis?
It's like blood poisoning, isn't it?
Yeah, is it blood poisoning? That's as much
so.
I know about it.
Yeah, sorry, we're not really scientists, Corey.
No, we're not. That has been proven time and time again.
It's been covered once or twice on this show. We're not really with the science. You can tell us.
That one guy on the ground.
Did you shit your pants, Alex? You can tell us.
Did you shit your pants, Alex? Not on Galactica, but on another ride.
The toilet ride.
The toilet ride. I went on this ride, Jeremy. They sit you on a seat. They don't even strap you in. You have to queue up for it. Then you go into a little personal cubicle. You sit down, and they don't even strap you in, like I say. And then you just like literally shit your pants, but not into your pants, into like a receptacle. And then you get up and you go off again, basically, and it's ready for the next person. I don't really understand it.
Sounds luxury.
Yeah, and it wasn't on any of the YouTube videos I'd seen about the best rides, but apparently. I could talk all day about sepsis. Love the stuff. Is he just dyslexic and he means Pepsis?
I do love Pepsis.
I like Pepsis.
Yeah, I
could love on that. I've got Pepsi in my hands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, multiple different kinds, but Max is the best.
What are you doing, sepsis? That's a fucking incredible joke. That's a brilliant joke. That's another one where I want to hit a button and lots of things fly over. I love that. That's a great joke. Sepsist is someone who hates former FIFA president Sepp Blatter. Oh my god!
There is so much.
That's really
there is so much.
You guys are just tag teaming.
Oh
my god! Oh, that's funny. It's funny
that
that
a woman at my old job asked where she can get some Peepsy Max.
Peepsy Max. It's wherever you can peep for the Max. Probably
in one of those
places where their curtains are open.
Yeah, that's the.
You get the Max Peepsies.
A peep show, but that doesn't really work for the purpose of this joke.
My gallbladder died back 2010. I had sepsis then. Would not recommend. 1 out of 5 stars. You have to give it at least 1 star. Fine with these things when you rate things. I wish you didn't.
As long as it knows its name, it gets a point.
Yes. Yeah. It does. I loved Galactica with all my heart. And 1 out of 5. It's fair enough. And sepsis, blood poisoning. I mean, some people will die of that, Jeremy. Yeah, I reckon they do. But let me say what I love about that is that not everyone probably should be alive.
It's true. We do have too many people.
There are too many people. And some of them, can I just venture this, if I might? Some of them are cunts.
Right.
So, if there is a Venn diagram of people who are cunts and people who have sepsis, where that crosses over, I'm satisfied.
Hap.
Yeah.
In the middle is just the hap.
Yeah, that's that hit of the whole hap. Yes.
The hit of the whole hap. That's going on a t-shirt. That's the hit of the whole hat.
That's the hit of the whole hat.
You just holding up a wine glass.
The painkillers the hospital gave me, 5 out of 5 would take again.
Hey, now painkillers given by hospitals. I can Lover's Gonna Love on that.
Oh yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
The good ones anyway. There are good painkillers and there are shit painkillers.
Right.
And it is probably not as you would expect.
Right.
Like if you were in significant pain,
yes,
what would be the word that came out of your mouth, like drug-wise? Give me
morphine.
Fuck morphine.
Fuck morphine.
It's shit.
Really?
Does fuck all.
Shit, is there something beyond morphine?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
Keep guessing.
Heroin!
Codeine. Codeine is good to take the edge off, but it doesn't actually do it. Calpol is the one, Tom. You've nailed it. Right into the veins.
Heroin is basically morphine.
Oh, well, then fuck heroin. Because it didn't work. No, the true choice drug, if you want to actually have some pain relief, and also trip balls in a hilarious way,
Yes.
ketamine.
Ketamine.
Ketamine is fucking brilliant.
Did they give you ketamine?
They gave me ketamine.
They give that to fucking horses.
Yes.
And you.
Yeah. The reason being, the morphine did not work, and they had to physically yank my leg and put it back into place again. They figured that was probably going to be a bit painful. So yeah, they gave me some ketamine, and I did not feel it.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Were you at the vets?
Had you gone the wrong place?
I mean, there was a dog next to me. So
maybe.
I heard a lot of meowing while I was on the ketamine. There were some unicorns flying over my head. So yeah, maybe I was at the vets. Shit.
Ketamine is a hell of a drug. I mean, it seems like one of those things.
Oh fucking hell, Tom.
Say it.
There's also called Cometamine, who was a very relaxed tight end for the Chicago Bears. And yes, I'm getting into it. Yeah. For those who don't understand jokes, there is a player for the Chicago Bears called Cole Kmet. And yeah,
you've got to commit to that sort of joke.
Do I need to explain it? I probably don't.
That's
ketamine. Oh, maybe that's what I had then.
Yeah.
And that's how I got cooked on cat.
Well, I mean, ketamine does sound like the kind of a real hard drug that people who take drugs use.
Yes.
So when you said it, I was like, wow, that seems pretty serious.
Yeah, they wouldn't give it to me again.
Do you only get one?
Despite the request.
Despite you asking.
So that was pretty cool. Could we do that again?
Can we do that again?
Yeah.
How did it feel? Did you feel like in a warm, fuzzy cloud of happiness?
It did feel like swimming. Like I was just treading water. But I wasn't moving at all. No dog. Well, I did get a doggy bag, but it had oxycodone in it rather than ketamine.
As someone who never drugs.
Never drugs.
I never drugs. I've been offered Ket in Scotland, but had to decline it as I was with my mum.
Oh, what? She already had some?
Wait, where were you? We're in a supermarket or something. Would you mind trying this?
Down the park.
You kind of like get given, cheese on cocktail sticks at the deli counter. In this case, it was Ket because it's Scotland.
What do, sir? bit of cat.
Ket. Oh no, I've got to drive. Oh, I would do otherwise. But was it a festival? Oh my goodness me. And they came up to you while you were with your mum. Yes, you with your mum. They were like, this person's a likely customer with his mum. I can't imagine.
I mean, to be fair, how would you know it was somebody's mum at a festival? Not many people go to festivals with their mums.
Yeah, but
if I saw somebody with somebody older than them, I would assume they were their cougar.
Would you?
Honest. Yeah. And then I would offer them cat. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Cat a mum. Oh, fucking hell. I should just circle my finger over the end stream button.
I just love everything that's going.
The mic.
I think these guys are fucking on it tonight. It's amazing. Please keep making the jokes so we don't have to.
I was young at the time. That makes more sense.
I was young at the time, but even so, I mean, maybe
context just ruins the fuck out of jokes. You can't.
Who would offer you Ket if you were younger than I don't know, 17 or 18, I suppose, it's festival time.
Scottish people, apparently.
Maybe.
Is the answer to
You'd
that
be able to tell that it's your mum. If I was at a festival with my mum, they'd know it was my mum.
How old were you? 6!
And that's why mums go to Iceland. Ketamine in Scotland if you were 13 plus.
How old was the person offering you ketamine? 4.
Yeah. Ketamine. How did you know? Do you say it was Ket? Or did you have to guess because it was like, I don't know, what, it's shaped like a horse? I have no idea what these things are.
No, I had to sign a disclaimer by proxy. Karis had to sign something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To say, yes, he's allowed to have ketamine.
Yeah.
Drugs.
It's a hardcore thing.
There you go. So I don't know how we got on.
I don't know how we got there either.
But we're in drugs.
As it's the tradition for this show, we've delved into drugs once again.
Did you have to open wide and say, nay? Yes. All right, mate. You after some Scottish junkie noise. I wonder what that is.
That's why I left it to you.
Scottish. I don't even know what a Scottish junkie sounds like. But I know the kind of noise I want to hear, though. It's not a Scottish junkie noise, but it's a very specific noise that everyone on the stream absolutely loves to hear in a segment that we like to call Going Viral.
Squelch!
I like to think it was a bit like that. It was more of a laugh, but he isn't laughing. Plop! Now...
I'm waiting for the comment from first-time viewers of the show.
Yeah.
For the bloppingness.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible they haven't really taken into account just how bloppy it is, but plop, 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 plop. I did a preemptive squelch earlier. Did you go to that ride on Alton Towers as well? So better luck next time, Jez. He is a lucky man. He's the one on Ket. So...
Not anymore.
No.
Almost 5 years ago. So, yes, do you want to preamble your thing? Because that's up first.
Yeah, so I went to Bradford with Captain Brilliant, with Aletha, and Captain Brilliant's brother, Lieutenant Brilliant. Or Lieutenant Brilliant, because we're in England. And we went to a wonderful an escape room. And on the way back, we cuddled with Jack and opened a bottle of cider. Now, on the way back, we spotted this, which amused us all. Take it away. I love this. This is a photo I took myself. Bradford, my condolences. Now...
This is going viral right now.
This is as viral as it's getting instantly at this moment. So say
it spreads from here.
What you want about this. This is seeing it for the first time for you. Car broken down. Please don't give me a ticket. Call 077 blah-de-blah. And there's the ticket right on it.
Not even lovingly placed, just haphazardly gone, fuck you!
A lot of these things in those things get stuck and an adhesive sticker to your windscreen. But this one almost feels like they've deliberately put it on the bit where they've said, please don't. If you had the number, you should have called it and pretended you were giving a ticket. I didn't lean over, move it to find the number and call it. I didn't do that.
Fingerprints behind. Yeah,
I wanted to take that photo, lol a bit, and then walk off and post it on here. What do you think about this, Jeremy? And anyone, feel free to offer your comments about this, because wasn't it the old
It's a pretty dick move on
the
part of the traffic warden, isn't it? Would you not actually call them and give them the benefit of the doubt?
Not the arsehole.
And be like, come back now.
All is forgiven.
And show me that your car doesn't start.
And
we won't get a ticket.
Yeah, that's reasonable, doesn't it?
Put your life into your hands. Come here and give me the keys. If I can start your car, you get a ticket.
Yeah. If you want to prove you're a witch, if we dunk you and you drown,
if we set you on fire and you combust, then you were clearly a witch, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. The thing about this is you see, in the old Only Fools and Horses, where it's they have one on their windscreen that says midwife on call, please, or something like that. It does feel like that. But with this, I also had a look at it. Alex, I know you're good with cars. Could you diagnose the problem? I could. Diagnosis Motor. It's a TV show that I pitched actually at one point, but it didn't run. I think it's the alternator. I mean, this was just while I was standing near it, and I didn't look under the bonnet, and I didn't look at the alternator, nor did I try and start it, nor did I check the battery. But I'm telling you now, it was the... having had a bit of time in a garage recently, I'm telling you now it's the alternator. What I find interesting about this is this person who has written, car broken down, please don't give me a ticket, has had the foresight, even though that is within the car, and not on the outside of the car, to put it in a little plastic wallet, which seems very prepared.
Was the wallet in the windscreen, or is it underneath the...
This is all in...
Underneath the... Is it all underneath the wiper?
I think it's
all outside.
Yeah, I know, but I seem to recall it wasn't. It must have been outside. I seem to recall it was inside, because I remember thinking, why would he bother doing that? But it must be outside, yeah. I think it's got a little bit
of... Otherwise,
of...
what would be the point of waterproofing it? Yeah. Yeah.
But it is prepared.
Nova cuts through the bullshit here. Well, I mean, how many people have placed a sign in the window under false pretenses?
I totally agree. I mean, but what I mean is I think that guy has got that ready to go. Because if that were me, and it has been me at one point, one time I needed to stay in a car park longer than I needed, and I was waiting at Dover docks and everything was delayed. So I left a kind of note saying, like, if you want me to move my car, because it was an actual car park, but you meant to stay only for a short term in it, but you can't stay
more than 3 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But everything was super delayed.
So there were you could say it was a short stay car park.
Yes, you could say that. You would be correct. But I wrote on something and stuck it in there. I didn't have anything prepared. The fact that this thing seems a bit prepared feels like something cynically that they use a lot. Bold move, putting a number there for all to see.
I mean, depending on who this is and whether this is a predetermined thing to get out of tickets, perhaps it's a burner phone.
Perhaps it's not even a real number, and they just don't expect anyone to call it. Yeah. What is it real on? Is it fake or not? Do you know? Is it someone who is pretending, and they just use this absolutely every time, and they run their luck, and they think, do you know what? This is what I think they're thinking. The amount of money I save on people that don't give me a ticket versus the amount of money I have to spend when I get called on it. Because that's 35 quid there that's going to cost that person. And so
only if they pay
straight away
within 14 days.
Yeah, and so say
if they take the piss, it's 70.
Yeah, but let's pretend that they know that this is a scam, so they'll do it straight away. That is the minimum they'll spend is £35. If you spend £2 on your ticket every time to park somewhere, on your pay and display, and you're able to get away with that like 17 times or something like that, then you'd be okay, right? I mean, I believe it's a service. I have the same sign and the same number.
Handwritten identically. That's amazing.
I put a friend's number on there.
Good evening, Norn. Welcome in. How you doing?
Welcome in, Norn. Just, I don't know. Car broken down. Please don't give me a ticket. Call me. I don't know that that's true. Because then their person calls and goes, hello? Is this the person that owns this car? And they say, yeah, it's broken down.
No, well, what are you doing about it then?
It's like, well, I'm trying to call someone out.
Why aren't you with it?
Yeah. Remember when the car park twats tried to fine us for staying in the car park too long at Christmas when we couldn't physically leave the car park?
No, I blocked that out of my memory. Did I ever tell you the story of when we got trapped in the car park in Ashford?
No, but no.
At Christmas time.
I feel I have many of the parts of this story.
So it was not last Christmas. It was the pre-COVID Christmas, Christmas 2019. We went to do some last-minute shopping.
Yes.
Or in this household, where it comes to Christmas, also known as shopping.
Yes.
At the little kind of businessy park area in Ashford that has the Smiths, the TK Maxx, and the Hobbycraft, that kind of area.
Yeah. Orbital Park, I believe it is called, or just up from Orbital Park. No, it's up from it though.
It's the other one. Yeah. So we went in there, we parked, we did our shopping, and then we came out to find that the entire car park was gridlocked of people trying to get out of the car park.
Right.
They had weeks before just installed new lights at the exit of it.
Yes.
Those lights are bullshit. They turn green for about 5 seconds and then they turn red again.
Yes.
So by the time person in front has gone, oh, look, it's turned green. Let's put my foot back down on the clutch so that my car turns back on.
Yes.
And put myself into, it's turned red. Fuck.
Right.
So nobody ever leaves. And we did not leave. We got in the car. It took me, no word of a lie, about 30 minutes to actually reverse my car out of the space because people are arseholes and wouldn't actually let me out.
So one latte's worth of time.
Yes. We're measuring everything in lattes now. Yeah.
Measure my life in coffee spoons.
And then we were actually then trapped in situ, not moving anywhere for 3 hours.
10 lattes.
And it was only when we actually got to the front of the thing that some random woman who can only really be described as a Karen got out of her car and just then started waving people out. But instead of, waving the people out that had been fucking waiting for 3 hours, she went right to the front of the people who just come out and turn left straight to her. Like, yeah, out you go, out you go, out you go. And honestly, I was this close to just going out and lamping her. And she wouldn't have seen it coming. It would have just been a run-up, like Roman Reigns, Superman punch in the back of the head, and she'd have been gone.
You should have RKO'd her out of nowhere. I like that.
It was a horrible, horrible day. So now, there is a thing in my head. Whenever I go into a car park,
Yes.
I always park where I would have to turn left to exit.
Right.
There is no right turn. I would not put myself in a situation anymore where it is somebody else's right of way to exit the car park. It
Clever.
will always be my right of way. And I
Wise
Superman
words.
punch random Karen.
Let's, I think, move on to the next... Because you have another one of these, right?
Well, inspired by your
This
viral
real story.
that you sent me the other day,
Yes.
I decided to think, hey, that's probably not the only message
Yes.
or sign that has been left on a car windscreen. And I prepared a selection in true Jez has got a slideshow.
Oh, I love a selection.
We'll just turn to my PowerPoint presentation. Here we go. Here's the first. Let me just find this ready to go. So, yeah, these are things that have been left on people's windscreens, mostly left on dickheads' windscreens. Parking instructions. This is a driveway, typically where the street meets the sidewalk.
Or pavement.
There is a 4x6 raised platform. This is called a curb. Should be spelled with a K. Driveways do not have curbs. Do not park in front of our freaking driveway. By the way, showering is lather, rinse, repeat. I don't know what that bit's about.
I don't know. Maybe the person didn't...
It's smelly.
Is smelly. Issue. What's that say? Issue. What the fuck? Curb. You. Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of effort to burn someone.
Well, I don't think I'd ever go to this level of putting something on someone's car, but I love it. It's been put on. If you're in front, and maybe I would actually, if someone blocked my car in. Maybe...
Based on the latte experience, this seems the right level of sarcasm
I like
and
this.
passive aggressiveness.
I do like this.
Yeah.
Me, you, move your fucking car.
But wait, there's more.
The shower thing is like, here's some more useful life advice, dickhead. The parking spot you're occupying is reserved for me. I have photographed your license plate, but have not called for the tow truck. This time, ... ellipsis. This time. Next time, I will Vaseline your door handles and wiper blades and then call the tow truck. Sounds fair, right? Enjoy your close call tonight. Wow. That person's... I love how they're like, with a wave of my hand, I have decided to pull back from disaster for you, but next time, you won't be so lucky. Surely it should have been, I have not called for the tow truck, ... lowercase t for this time. I don't understand why that should be a capital T.
This has always been a quandary of mine, and perhaps Tamsin can sort it out. Now, apparently you should use a capital letter after the ellipsis, but it looks bullshit, and I never do.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't use a capital letter after the
right.
ellipsis, but that is technically incorrect, as far as I know.
I don't think I'd ever go to this level, says a man who once wrote to the McVitie's Corporation to complain that the jokes on penguin bars weren't funny enough. A reference, actually, that you've made, and very well done, by the way, Tom. I think that was very super slick and true, that Hannah mentioned the other day. So I probably should
Shut your mouth.
send that at some point. I'll Vaseline your head, you dafty. I love dafty. We should say dafty more often, along with steg. I do. Wait. What do we say? Do we say, do you put a capital T or a lowercase
So
t?
Tamsin does, because...
But which one? Because I've got...
Tamsin, generally being grammatically correct, will do the correct thing, and then Harmstone would not put a capital letter after an
Oh, so
ellipsis.
Tamsinaki would put a capital
Yes.
T. I don't think that's right.
No, it is right.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Trust me. But I don't do it because it looks fucking stupid.
It does look stupid.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of thing that Duncan the singer is good at, because then there's lots of kind of English things that don't feel right. And I've always been good at spelling and bits and pieces like that. And that has come naturally to me in a way that maths and science has not. So I do have a general understanding of how that works. But this one has evidently failed me. I put a capital T because I'm right.
Ooh.
Well, I don't
right,
think...
then.
See, I don't know. Aletha is frequently wrong.
Oh, shots fired. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now it's a Friday night.
Last Friday night. This is not true. It's not true. I have a mate who uses ellipses ellipses to end most of her sentences. Her messages end up sounding very ominous. Yeah, we're doing it. ...
Goodbye. ...
See you later. ... I'm Ron Burgundy. Yeah, ... at the end. Do you want a pizza? ... That would make sense.
I use ellipses too much. I know that I do. But yet, I don't give a fuck. I do what I want.
Enjoy your close call tonight. ...
Oh, that lol.
Dafty.
That lol, though.
Should be a capital D for Dafty. I tend to overuse... Lol.
Lol. ... Tut tit. Tut tit indeed. I don't think that was intended.
Tut tit.
Yeah. All right, well that's a quid in the Tamsanaki therapy fund.
I think tut tit is what she's
been tut titted.
I normally tut tit when I'm unhappy with the tits that I'm looking at. Or I don't think they should be on display, you know. Try and make it sound a bit like tit. The smiley face at the end, though. People love to do vertical line eyes. I don't do that. When I do a smiley face, they're just 2 dots.
I don't tend to draw a smiley face.
Right.
Because that's a computer thing. And when I have a pen in my hand, that's not a computer.
Isn't that an Egyptian breast? Very good. Very good. Everyone's on fire tonight. Really enjoyed that.
No, that's tit-tutting.
Let's move on from the... How many have you got of these, by the way?
67.
I love it. Let's get going then.
Less expensive than having it towed.
What does that say there? We are... I don't know what that says. Please. What is happening here?
So, well, you tell me. What is that smeared on the windscreen?
Oh, my God.
What have they smeared there to write the message into?
It looks like a chocolate mullah.
A chocolate mullah.
Yeah, that looks like... And I could be wrong. Well, Corey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, that would explain why Corey is raging.
I think that
is wanton waste of a mullah corner.
12 chocolate mullahs spread onto that windscreen.
I know the answer. I saw it earlier. Fucking spoilers, Tamsin. Yes, it is peanut butter, but I thought it was shit.
I thought it was mud.
Yeah.
Peanut butter? I bloody love peanut butter.
The thing is, though, joke's on them. They are going to have the most grease-free windscreen now as a result of that peanut butter being there. Right. Their windscreen will never be as clean as it is when they clean that peanut butter off. So, joke's on them.
Biscoff, speculoos. This is the excrement corner. Hey, every week it's excrement corner. What does that note say, though, I want? So what you're saying is, like, this person parked in the wrong place in front of someone, ostensibly, and so the people who are unhappy at the place where they were parked...
Probably in somebody else's parking space.
Or in front of their drive, like happened earlier.
Yeah.
Decided to go into their house, get some peanut butter, put it on there.
Realised they didn't have any peanut butter, go to Tesco, buy some peanut butter,
come
home, realise it's the wrong peanut butter, they needed smooth, but they bought crunchy. Go back to Tesco, get smooth peanut butter, come back, go in the house, look for a knife. They don't have a knife, so back to Tesco they go, get a knife, come back from Tesco.
Yes.
They don't have the requisite strength to open the peanut butter, so they go to their neighbour, and then they get them to open the peanut butter. They come back, they realise they've left the peanut butter at the neighbour's house.
And by that point, the car's gone. I want to know what that says, but it says, we are trying to something, and first your foghorn. This is a lie. Please, all of it is, thanks. God, I don't know what that's... I would need restraining if someone did this to me. Yeah, if someone did this to me. I would be... you know...
I mean, I might be tempted to, smear it, as it were.
Yes.
Write my own message back and just leave my car there and walk home. Fucking tow it then, dick. ...
Do your worst. What's next? I want to know.
What is next? Next.
You are a parking pig. Parking is at a premium in this neighbourhood. Did you really need to take up 2 parking spaces? Your neighbours need to park too. Be considerate of others. Now, did they make that themselves and they bring it out as a template from their computer, or did they
they
go
do.
on Google and search for what they were hoping? You are a parking pig.
Is this a thing?
Is that a term?
It is now.
Babe, I'm here again.
Now this is a message I would respect. See, I would turn my car and take up 3 spaces,
Stop, fuckers.
and then get some peanut butter, smear it all over my windscreen, and then draw a pig on it.
Do you know, when I was up in... One of the wonderful things I saw when I was up in Yorkshire...
Was nothing because it was Yorkshire.
It was terrible. I saw many wonderful things, and one of them was the old house where Captain Brilliant and family used to live, their old house.
Exciting.
And out in the window, the roadside, street side window of that house, it says, polite notice, please don't park outside our house. Right? And then screwed into the wall, it says, residential parking only, please don't park outside our house. And when you look down the street, they are not the only house that's done this. All the way along, it's got this little license plate sized thing screwed into the wall that says, residential parking only, please don't park here. And they have no claim to do that.
None whatsoever.
Right?
Which is why I would deliberately park in that.
And that's immediately what I want to do. Is like, can we just park here?
Yeah.
And what they do also,
Yeah.
to supplement that, is they put little cones into the road just to remind you,
Right.
you're not allowed to park here. But they have no ownership
Yeah.
over
No,
that.
the entire time that I was at Canterbury Uni doing my PGCE, whenever I had to go into the campus, as it were,
Yes.
I would every time park in this little cul-de-sac just around the corner from the university.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
And on the wall, there was a sign: "Please do not park here." No double yellows, no yellow line, no nothing.
No
Just,
sign, no
please,
thing.
Please do not park here.
Park there.
Fuck you. This is
Every
free. I'm parking
time.
here.
Every time.
Rather than paying £6 a day for parking in the actual car park. Go fuck yourself. Your car's not here. Mine might as well be.
Yeah.
I'm not in the way. It's
Now,
not even in front of your front door. It's on the side of your house.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a pity that I hadn't seen all that stuff. I would have definitely parked there. Brilliant Manor. Well, I was at Brilliant Manor later that day. It was wonderful. Don't
Park it. You'd love that, wouldn't you?
My mate's neighbours have taken to scratching people's cars if they park inconsiderately.
Might be why I've got a massive key mark down the side of my car at the moment.
I don't think I can't condone the scratching of someone else's car. I'm happy with a thing under the thing, a thing under the windscreen wiper, but I can't condone someone fucking with another man's automobile. I think there's been some slashed tyres too. Fucking hell, that could escalate quickly. It's like the time my dad tried to buy a jumper and they told him they couldn't sell it to him as someone might need it. What the fuck? Someone might need this jumper. Yeah, me with my money. Fucking hell, what do you think? You know how shops work. Many 3-year-olds have trouble staying within the lines. Maybe if you practice colouring this turtle, it'll help you with your parking. Now, Jeremy, this might be the most passive-aggressive of all the...
But it's wholesome at the same time.
It's a little picture of...
Of a turtle.
Yeah.
It could have been a pig.
It's true.
Or a giant wang.
Why would he buy a jumper when it would cover up his sick back tattoo? True. Jokes on you, scratches make it go faster. Go faster, dents. Yeah, absolutely. I've seen this one before, actually. It's quite funny, I guess.
It is super passive aggressive.
Many 3. Someone's waiting to get. They've got that one ready. They've been sitting at their window for ages.
Just waiting for someone to park terribly.
Anybody rush out and do that shit.
Margaret, my time has come. My time has come. He's parked a little bit on the white line. Quick, get the turtle. Bring forth the turtle. And this is much in the same vein as the one that you witnessed.
Please stop giving me tickets. I already have 3 this week. I am obviously broke already. I have ordered my new sticker. It's in the mail. I can't make it get here faster. Have some mercy, you're ruining my life.
Can only use simple sentences, except
And
for the last one.
capitals. Have mercy, parking attendant. Show me some have you no mercy? Are there no workhouses? It's a whole different thing. I can't make it get here faster. Fine. So take your car and park it somewhere else, where clearly the sticker is for parking in that area. Take it to somewhere where you don't need to have a sticker and leave it there until you've got your thing.
Or alternatively, once you've got a ticket, leave it on your windscreen. They don't give you multiple tickets.
I have seen a few kind of start to build up. I have seen that before.
Really?
So yeah. And then eventually just fucking take it away. But like,
yeah, they don't tend to.
Someone up my road had a couple, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy really doesn't give a fuck. I can't make it get here faster unless I drive there. I just think with this one, it's just like, I ordered my new sticker. It's in the mail. I can't make it get here faster. Have some mercy. Yeah, I just think if I needed something outside my house, there's bound to be a place where it's free parking. I'll just go there until I got the sticker. But anyway, at least this feels a little bit more. This feels a little bit more believable in terms of, please, they're begging me.
I mean, I'd have gone, please stop giving me tickets. I already have 3 this week. I have a sniper rifle. I am trained on you right now.
Yeah.
End of message. Then he wouldn't fucking leave one there, would he?
No, that would do it. Parking spot just for you. Oh, I see. I see what this is good.
Said
So
dickhead is straddling
the line.
parking spaces.
Yes, they've just driven in. Actually, I've seen someone do it worse than this. Like actually come in at a slant.
I have parked like this,
Mm-hmm.
but I was in a van. I was in a car park in which the van would not fit in one space because it was one of those bullshit computer designed ones where it's
yeah.
we'll just give you exactly the right amount of space for a Vauxhall Corsa and fuck everyone else.
Yeah.
So I parked like that to take up 2 spaces deliberately. But yeah,
I think if I came back to this, I mean, I think
I would just laugh.
I would just laugh.
Yeah.
It's a fair cop. However, this person is going to be unhappy because I like this. This is delightfully passive aggressive. I hate wankers that do that when they don't need to. Yes, I think we all do, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone's there defending. I like this kind of guy. I like that kind of devil may care attitude where they just park where they will.
Fuck the system. Park where you like.
Who taught us to kind of be put into boxes? Be yourself. Park where you want.
I think that was our driving instructors.
Oh yeah, they did
taught us to
teach
do
me that. Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd have failed.
Yeah. Cross out the 3 and put a crossed out 4 and 5 for extra believability. I think that might have been on the other one. And I like how they put a little eyes and nose thing
to preserve the identity of the dickhead who could not park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got access to the DMV database where you can search someone's license plate and get their information. That happens a lot. And we're back to the
beginning. Well, that was very enjoyable.
That was the end.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Is
dun,
that the
dun,
end of that
dun,
segment?
dun. Yes, it is. That is the end of that segment.
Great.
Yeah. If only there was something we could do to signify the end of that segment.
Well, that was a segment that we have always called Going Viral.
Always, you're right. It didn't have a different name.
No,
like
and
many others.
I anticipate it having this name for the time we do this.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to squelch people. What would be the fun in that?
Always seamless, Corey. Get in the box or no license for you. Fuck you in your boxes.
That's what my instructor said.
He told me to get in the fucking box.
Get in the fucking box.
I told...
no license for you.
He
was Russian.
You
fucking box. Or no license for you.
No license for you. It's getting a bit more French Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is he in Russian? Or Russian?
He did a summer there.
Yeah.
And
many of them
vacations there a lot.
Many of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold in Russia. You don't want to spend all your time there.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, they don't drive over there. It's just,
too much ice.
Yeah.
Skid around too
much. There's no kind of like business for a driving instructor in Russia. Prussian. No, Russian.
Russian.
It's not listening. Anyway, would you ever be a driving instructor? Do you think you have it within you?
No. Did this come up on your stream the other day?
No.
This came up somewhere. Like,
I was talking about
who the
learning
fuck-
to drive,
who the
but not.
fuck- Yeah, no, it did. That someone asked the question: who the fuck would be a driver? It
Oh,
was definitely on yours.
I must have missed
on
that one,
Tuesday.
but-
Who the fuck would be a driving instructor? What kind of masochist do you need to be to actually want to be a driving
I
instructor?
just don't think
It's a good question.
I have it in me to teach. I used to be a teacher, but I don't think so. I don't mind that. I just don't have.
I didn't do Tuesday. Where the fuck was this then? This was in someone's stream, and it was, I don't know.
In Mother Russia, box goes in you.
Yeah. No MSN sign in, Jez. No, that's just for my like
his
personal
stuff only.
streams and stuff.
Yeah, MSN is for his stuff,
Yeah.
but not on our. So all the acorns and the other bits and
Yeah,
pieces.
that's all for that stuff. Same reason we don't do some of the other stuff that Alex does
I
as
do.
well.
Yeah.
It's neutral ground.
Oh, does Alex hate MSN?
Yes,
No, I used to.
he does.
Yes, I do. Yes, I despise it.
Yeah. And we don't do that either. Fine, no. Sorry about that. Well, other than the entire show,
Yeah. Everything else. Everything
it's redeemed crap jokes. So welcome, you're here.
Yeah.
We're already chatting for a second and all seconds.
And all seconds
It's true,
for the end
yeah.
of time.
I suppose if we were going to differ from your streams, we should just sit here and actually play a game for the entire 2 hours.
Yeah, that would be different.
Yeah.
Alex hates everything that ain't red. Yeah, that's true. I'm a big communist. I love tomato sauce. Stop signs.
Oh shit! Gameplay? Can you imagine? Right. Shall we roll to a conclusion?
Let us stumble bloodily towards the conclusion.
I hope not. Not where arseholes are involved. There will be no bloody arseholes.
Master has given Dobby some gameplay. Yes, let us have a bumper, amazing edition as we round out this wonderful, wonderful return to form of this, our very favourite segment.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
When are you getting Harmstone on payroll? Well, he's working off his C balance at the moment.
Yeah.
We put him in the C for being him, frankly, and he's working his way out of it. So eventually.
Stumble bloodily. Is there going to be a Jez versus Alex death match? I hope not.
I'm waiting for that to happen on BCW. To be honest, I think that'll happen one day.
On we bloodily stumble. Yeah. Okay. How many have we got? Have we got 4?
We've got 4.
Shall we do them all?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do them all.
Are we gonna? Okay.
So actually, there 3 of these have been submitted by people other than us.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Only the one that you brought to the table.
We
was
don't have
brought
to
by
use
us.
that one. I only brought that one.
I like that one though.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to read that one first?
Yeah, do that one first. Fuck it.
Okay, right. We've got 4. You lucky people.
Jess would. Yes, I would, and don't you fucking forget it.
Harmstone doesn't get paid, Corey, but if he's very lucky, he'll get a lovely Christmas card from me this year, and a lovely bottle of wine for his father.
But he's not lucky, so he won't.
No, he won't. I'm not sending any Christmas cards this year. Just thought I'd mention that. So, or wine. Yes, you are the arsehole. Oh, it's not started yet. You have to wait. It doesn't work if. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm lucky. Oh God, we're all lucky. Am I the arsehole
Yes.
for telling?
I did it for you, Ali.
There you go.
Just for you.
There you go.
There's no MSN, but there is that. whatever that
predictable
was.
jokes.
Yeah.
Where's the sting? Says Jaeger.
Fucking wake up, mate.
What? Is he not paying attention?
He's fallen asleep on the train again.
Do it again.
Fuck you.
You'll get it at the end. No, we don't do it at the end.
Am I the arsehole for not playing the sting twice?
Hence, yes, end of stream. Am I the arsehole for telling my husband he overreacted over a piece of cake? Hi. Nice.
Sorry, there's a bottle of wine for his father. Is that first one?
Fair's fair. Some days, yes. Cake is important. Hi. So, my husband starts with a so. So, my husband, male 32, and I, female 24, are expecting our first baby together. I'm 7 months in. My in-laws are lovely people. My mother-in-law has some not so major fight with her husband. That's how it's written. And has been staying with us for a few days. Let me try and translate that. My mother-in-law has had a minor fight with her husband and has been staying with us for a few days. Her birthday was yesterday, and because of her emotional and mental state, my husband decided to throw a surprise party and invite his siblings. He got everything ready, and I was home alone when the cake arrived from the bakery. To give info, the cake was big and had my mother-in-law's favourite flavour, strawberry. Really pushing the boat out on the flavour here. That flavour, nobody really likes strawberry, but she really likes strawberry. My mother-in-law's favourite flavour.
I like strawberry.
Strawberry. I mean, it's just a very common, it's just so strange. I asked my husband for some snack I was craving really badly, but he didn't get them. To be honest, I got a bit tempted whenever I looked at the cake, and I decided to cut a small piece of it. I didn't think it was a big deal till my husband saw it and flipped out, asking why I ruined the cake and cut a piece of it. I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry, but I was craving something sweet. He said that was supposed to be his mother's birthday cake, and I embarrassed him by taking a piece of it instead of waiting till the party in just a few hours. I said he should have been the one to handle it if he didn't think I was up to the task. Don't really know what
Up
that
to the
means.
task of not eating it.
Yeah. But he went off saying he couldn't believe how childish I was with zero impulse control.
Maybe you shouldn't have eaten it if I wasn't supposed to eat it. I didn't eat it. Well, there you fucking go then.
To be blaming him instead of checking myself and not be unsupportive. This made me upset because there were a ton of other stuff he asked me to do and I did it. He kept arguing, saying, I just caused him the price of cake, and an utter embarrassment when his mom sees that I ate from her cake. I looked at him and told him he overreacted over a piece of cake and asked if a piece of cake was more important than his son. And that I was sure his mom will understand that I took my piece of cake in advance because I really couldn't help myself. But he said this wasn't about me, and I just have to admit I messed up and ruined his work, then went upstairs. I refused to come out of the room to celebrate after he told me to stay there, and I explained to his mum what happened, and she didn't say anything, though I noticed she was bothered. He keeps telling me to apologise, otherwise he won't speak to me, nor acknowledge my presence in the house. What do you all think? Wow, this is the easiest one ever. Not the asshole. Like cake, eat cake. Let them eat cake, said Marie Antoinette once. Maybe she was talking about this.
Now, the general consensus here was that they were the arsehole.
What do you think about it?
I think absolutely not the arsehole.
Oh, really? That is controversial.
At
least so far as everything I've read.
As far as I'm concerned, if you leave a woman who is 7 months pregnant alone with cake, it's going to get eaten. It's fucking on you. Like, let the pregnant woman eat the cake. She's carrying a fucking lump. Like, she's got a brick in her belly. Let them eat the fucking cake. It was mentioned. She asked for snack. He did not provide the snack. Shit husband, eat the fucking cake. That's what you get.
Were there no other sweets in the house? Does she have to have that thing?
But there was a cake right there, Alex. Don't you understand?
I don't understand. I did not understand.
Like, again, pregnant doesn't really want to reach into cupboards
that's a good point.
or exert open. No, there's a cake right there. It's very easy to just take a bit of that cake.
Jaeger doesn't agree with you on this one. She is a total arsehole. The fucking cake weren't hers. She has the ability to find other damn food. Wow.
No, she doesn't. She's pregnant. Little known fact about pregnant people you might not know is they get like food blindness, especially after 7 months.
Should have got a cake for your wife. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
You can only find cake when you're pregnant. Welcome in Facts Not Lizards, which is a fantastic fucking name.
Yes. If you haven't, I have a feeling that Facts Not Lizards has been here before.
Not according to the very helpful.
Oh, did it do it? Did it do it for you?
First time chat.
I only saw that one, which is
perhaps
what I didn't see the first one.
May have visited you, but has not visited me.
I think they did. But anyway, facts, not lizards. Remind us if we know you, and tell us your name, and then I'll try and remember it. Engagement Mikey. Hi, everyone. A bit late as usual. Hope everyone's okay. Cakes have been asking for trouble for a long time. The cake is the arsehole.
There we go. Nailed it.
First time, big time. Facts, not lizards. Let's just say you're at the end of our banty, ranty stream called Don't Get Me Started. I'm Alex. This is Jez. That's probably all you need to know right now. Listen. I just kind of thinking, like, the bit that kills me more than the cake.
Is the bit at the end?
Is the, so much of it, is the manipulative guilt trip that she says. She asked if a piece of cake was more important than her unborn child who doesn't give a fuck in this situation.
Again, hormones might have a little part to play in this.
Maybe.
I'm team pregnant, to be honest.
Pregnant?
I'm team pregnant.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to get
Is that like pragmatic and pregnant?
Yes.
Pregnant, right.
Yeah, you're not going to get me off this hill.
I think you are not. I think the stream is against you. Let me just say that.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
No. Okay, fair enough. Yes, she does. She can open a fridge. Do they get social etiquette blindness? It was a birthday cake. Listen, I just
but why is the wife fucking there? Why is the mother-in-law there? Like, I don't give a fuck if you argue with your husband. Go and get a hotel, you twat.
Let me Team Pregganaut 2. Team Pregganaut. It's like a juggernaut, but that's pregnant. Yeah, I mean, do you know when people go around supermarkets and they buy a chocolate, and then they think to themselves, I cannot wait to pay for this chocolate bar. I'm going to eat it now and just bleep the wrapper shit.
It's totally reasonable.
Do you think that's reasonable? I think that's totally unreasonable.
I mean, with wrapper-based things where you still have the barcode and the ability to scan it.
I just think it isn't.
As long as you're not going to self-serve, because then you are adding a level of difficulty.
I mean, if you're obviously you're going to pay for it at the end, so retrospectively it won't be stealing, but you are eating something that doesn't belong to you in the belief that you will later pay for it. It just strikes me as really weird.
Isn't shopping all about, taking something that doesn't belong to you until you reach the checkout?
Sure.
You have removed it from stock.
You have, but you could put it back again.
Into your own basket. That is theft until you have paid.
It's not theft, though, because you're going to go there and take it and pay for it.
Yeah, but you're going to do that with the wrapper.
You won't, because you could eat that. You've eaten the bar. You can't spit it back out on the shelf. If I don't want these beans anymore, I'll put them back again. You put the wrapper back again.
Thank you for the follow, Facts Not Lizards.
Hey, listen, if you feel like following me, that'd be a grand old time. And I expect.
I'm sure there's a moderator here that can facilitate a shout.
Why I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even going to ask. They're pretty good at that.
Fight! Who's going to do it? Who gets there first?
Do you want to read one of yours?
Yes, I do.
You've got a choice.
I do. I'm going to go for this one first.
Oh my god.
This has been submitted by a member of the chat, and he's here tonight. It's your father.
Oh!
And let me say, when I was told that Am I the Arsehole had been submitted by your father, I immediately said, I bet it's this, and I've read it, and it is.
It's good, though, I think.
It is fucking wonderful, yes. Again, bit niche, but here we go. Am I the arsehole for not telling my boss I hadn't been vaccinated? Throwaway account, for obvious reasons. I, 47M, am a department head at a fairly big company. We've been working from home over the summer, but recently we've started to come back to the office in phases. Before me and my team of developers resumed working in person, I had to sit down with some of the board members to discuss safety when working in the office during the pandemic. They asked me, have you received your COVID vaccination? Now, I should explain, the company I work for has some pretty stringent, some would say Orwellian, procedures when it comes to unvaccinated staff. They stop short of an actual vaccine mandate, but there's all kinds of shit you have to go through if you're not jabbed, like wearing a mask, social distancing, hand sanitizing. Stuff that just wastes time. And to be honest, I felt pretty confident that I wasn't going to catch COVID, because in the summer I had visited a Wiccan retreat in the woods and received a plague blessing from a certified witch. I know it sounds ridiculous, but trust me, I've done my own research. So they ask, have you received your COVID vaccination? Now, as I say, I think that's my personal choice and my personal information. So I choose to interpret it as, have you taken medical procedures to protect yourself against COVID-19? And to that question, I answered, yes. Yes, I have. They seemed satisfied. So for months afterwards, my team and I are working well. We're getting results. The board are pleased. Everything's going great. Just cries a bit. But, to fuck a short man with a long pole, I'll summarise by saying, this took me totally off guard, as I'm sure it does you, I caught COVID. I don't know how, but I probably caught it off one of the vaccinated people because they don't have symptoms because of the vaccines. So they just keep coming back to work and infecting the non-vax people. Incidentally, I read on the internet that only vaccinated people get COVID. Again, like I said, research for yourselves. Don't let medical experts tell you what to do just because they're the smartest people at the best universities who have spent their entire lives dedicated to one field of study. Anywho, turns out my team knew all along that I hadn't been vaccinated, and they didn't tell the oversight board either. So really, in a way, this is their fault. So yeah, I know I'm not the arsehole, but I just wanted to double check with my old pals on the internet. Also, when you make your judgments, I make more money than the other members of my department. Just something to keep in mind while you're deciding. Hey, bye.
Hope to God this is a troll post.
No.
This is legit.
No, this is a real person.
What do you think about this person? Can we just get, even it has to be one word, what do you think about this person?
I mean, are they the arsehole? Let's answer the question.
Are they the arsehole?
Yeah.
What do you think about them? Hope to God this is a troll post. This is real.
It is real.
This really happened.
It's a real person.
It's a real person.
Die. I think that gives us an opinion.
Arsehole.
Yeah. I fucking love this. Just lapping it up.
I know you do. Was his workplace a circus?
Yes, it was. Some of these people, Corey, wear blocks of cheese on their head. That's what a fucking circus that place is.
Yeah. And these people are meant to be professionals?
They are supposed to be, yes. Yeah.
Was it submitted by Donald Trump?
Not directly, no.
I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal guy. Wiccan blessing
does not equal vaccination.
You
moron. Well, the consensus is that they were the arsehole. I don't think anybody has risen to
no members
defend this
contradicting,
person.
no.
And even contrary dickhead Jez is not rising to...
no, I would imagine you're the one person.
And so, let's reveal right now, vindication for Jez, absolutely, that this person, 47M, is Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Whom, I will say, I have been on record saying that they are an arsehole for, let me carry the one, ever. Forever. And they now are outing themselves as a massive arsehole.
If you want to learn more about this, you should probably just read Twitter and the news and shit.
Or you should tune into 2 Minute Warning this Sunday at 4.
When you'll be covering it all.
Jez Show Sports, where I will definitely be covering it all.
Yes.
I'm not sure when you wrote this, Tom, but it got better today when Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show and actually basically said a bunch of bullshit things like this, such as he's being targeted by a woke agenda.
Yeah.
And all that kind of bullshit, so...
Oh my fucking God! How many fucking blows to the head did he take? Well, I have to say, quarterbacks are they're very well protected.
He does not take many. He is just an idiot.
Yeah. Yes.
That was fun. Can I read it again?
We can read it many times.
I'm gonna
we can post it. We can post it on.
Keep it pristine.
Put it in the channel. Yeah. Very well done. That's all the work of your father. Right, shall I do my one and then you do your one? Did we say we only... Oh, no, we've got...
Yeah, do that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3 of 4. Am I the arsehole for putting a harness on my friend's child. Can I read that again? Am I the arsehole for putting a harness on my friend's child? Oh my god. Is this one of the ones that...
This was submitted by Harmstone.
This was Harmstone's. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I love it. Okay, so... Is this how people start things now? Okay, so my friend has an extremely active plus/minus 2-year-old.
Wait. What? +/-2.
If you're -2,
doesn't the positive
you can't
cancel out
start -2.
Yeah, doesn't the positive cancel out a negative? So they're...
If you're saying
2?
it's +/-2, that means your average is 0. So you think they're not alive.
Does bod mass come into this?
I'm just saying, if they think...
Yeah. No, if a plus and minus are next to each other, they cancel each other out. So it's just 2. They're 2. Why don't they just say they're 2?
Because, like, in my stats brain, you're saying that the variable parameters here is they are anywhere between +2, +2, and -2. So they're somewhere between the age of -2, -1, 0, 1, or 2. So if you average that all out, they think they're 0.
In bod mass, addition and subtraction are equal. So you take whichever one appears first. Find the absolute value.
We're not even out of the first line.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
brain
I'm going to
hurts.
read it out just straight as it is.
I can't brain anymore.
Okay, so we're almost there. Okay, so my friend has an extremely active plus/minus 2-year-old Houdini baby who disappears and even once walked up to an extremely kind old lady at the shop and told her that I did not want to buy him biscuits. I told him we have biscuits at home.
Hang on a second. We'll just pause for a second.
Please, yes.
Was Houdini was the escapist one, wasn't he?
He was an anthropologist.
Didn't do any disappearing at all.
No, he's not David Copperfield.
No.
Who made things disappear.
So this already tenuous description becomes more tenuous.
Do they mean in between age 1 and 2? Do you know what? Your guess is as good as mine, Corey.
Yeah. They probably should have said that if that's what they meant.
Wait, is this a math stream?
Okay, so they don't know how old this kid is.
No.
And they don't know they're magicians. It's probably not going to get any better from
It's
here.
not. And, yeah.
Resume.
I told him we have biscuits at home. She must bake or something. Because she had a lot of biscuits in her trolley. That doesn't add up. If you bake a lot, you would have fewer biscuits, surely, because you bake them yourself. But anyway, she must bake or something because she had a lot of biscuits in her trolley.
Maybe she's just fat, dude.
He also ran out in front of her bicycles and would have been knocked over if I didn't grab the back of his hoodie. By the way, in all this situation, this is talking about a friend's baby. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, he's charged with the care of this child.
I mean, in this but in this situation that he's describing, I'm inferring that he is looking after them, although the parent might actually be still here.
Anyway. We are doing a deep textual analysis of this right now.
Yeah. This isn't even the egregious bit yet. Oh my god. So a couple of weeks ago, I bought a harness and leash.
Harness.
From
Sean Connery.
A harness.
I bought a harness.
A harness. Around tennis.
And I locked my wife in it.
I don't even have a racket.
And then I fucked your mother, Trebek.
Fuck your mother, Trebek! Oh my god. Alright. So a couple of weeks ago, I bought a harness and a leash at the local pet shop. And since then, he has to wear it when we go out together. Viola! No more...
Viola?
Yeah, he's talking about the character from...
I thought that's how they just stopped the baby escaping. Hit him over the head with a viola. Bong!
Bong! No, talking about the...
prick. I mean, Copperfield prick. I mean, Houdini. I don't know my magicians.
No. It's talking about Twelfth Night. The character out of Twelfth Night who's in a love triangle, Viola. Perhaps, yeah, he was watching the play at the time and just decided to write it down. Viola! No more disappearing. No more walking up to strangers and no more running out without looking. It really working super well. So my friend's mom knows I do this. My friend's husband knows I do this. And he even borrowed the leash once or twice. Neither of them have a problem with this. I've lost track on who's who in this. Honestly, I assume my friend knows that I'm doing this, as I sent her pics, P-I-C-K-S, before where he was wearing the leash. But to my surprise, it turns out she didn't know. And she only found it yesterday when she came and picked him up and saw the harness he was still wearing. He fell asleep and I carried him home from the car and didn't want to risk taking the harness off, so I just unclipped the leash. She was furious and really went off on me, then left. Then texted me for hours, before turning to Facebook and getting a bunch of people to agree with her. My mom thinks it's okay, and so does her family. I said I'm not babysitting for her again. Oh, so now we've learnt at line 20 that this is a babysitter. If I'm not babysitting for her again, if he is not allowed to wear the harness, if he is in my care, it is my responsibility to do my best to keep the Houdini baby safe. So now she is calling me the asshole, saying that I'm irrational to cancel out on babysitting just because she doesn't want me to treat her child like a dog. I never said he was a dog. I feed him people food. And everything.
That's the distinction.
I never said he was a dog. I feed him people food and everything.
I mean, the biscuits was slightly questionable, but fine.
I even taught him how to kick a ball. Am I the arsehole? Edit. I babysit for free. Both his parents work till 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. The preschool close at 5 o'clock and I get off at 4 o'clock. So he knows times of day, but he can't work out plus minus 2. So I mostly only watch him for those few hours, and maybe a day over a weekend once a while. Also, I am from South Africa, and I had no idea you get a child harness. We just stopped at the pet shop on our way home, and I got the harness and leash the night he got biscuits from the old lady. We'll look into the child harness idea, but I'm not sure she will go for it.
Yeah, notoriously devoid of child harnesses, South Africa. It's a well-known fact.
Do you know what? When I was a kid, I'm pretty sure I had a harness at one point.
Harnesses are fairly common. I will say.
And my brother, Matthew, definitely had one.
It is not something that I elected to do.
No.
And the conversation did come up when my daughter's grandfather...
Yes.
Whom you will know as Grambo.
I know him as Grambo, yes.
Questioned whether it would be acceptable to get a child harness for our child, and I said, yeah, do what the fuck you want. Just, don't let her run out in traffic. That's kind of my minimum requirement here, is don't let her run out in traffic.
Yeah.
If a harness helps facilitate that, go for it.
Grambo, first blood.
Yeah, that was the first bus. That was when the harness conversation came up. Yeah. What the fuck? Why?
I mean...
Why? Everything.
This person, what seems to have happened here, because I think I had one, but my brother definitely did, and it's obviously for babies, and it goes around them, and you kind of hold it, just to make sure that, toddlers don't run around when you want to control them and stuff like that. But they have a specific baby one. And obviously, this guy, who we don't know how old the babysitter is, has come up with an idea to use a harness, doesn't realise there's a tool for the job, and has just gone to the place they know there is a harness, because he's just like saying, I just went past the pet shop, that's the solution. So he's got the right solution, wrong product, and that's the only problem here. So my feeling is not the answer. Why the distinction about people food? I don't know. Part of me sometimes wonder if this is a bit of a troll when people say things like that, but I never said he was a dog.
Hey, Clubby.
Welcome in, Club. Just have visions of this South African being like, fuck it, pet harness. It is really good. My niece has a toddler harness with a little panda bag on it. Oh, that's cute.
It's got the wrong one then. You need to go back to the pet shop.
Yeah. They wouldn't get that from a pet shop. They don't sell pandas at pet shops, I'll tell you that. Well, I don't think that this babysitter is the harness. Is the harness? Is the Hans hole?
Is the harsehole.
So my friends. So doing it for the friends. The friend's mother knows, and my friend's husband knows. So basically...
So the child's grandmother knows.
Yes.
And the child's father knows.
Correct.
But now the child's mother is like, don't treat my kid like a dog.
And so he or she presumed that if the father of the baby knows that he is doing this when he babysits, it would be expected that the mother also knows, because the father will go, did you know that
South African babysitter
is using a harness? And she go, what? So it's a bit strange that she doesn't. Right idea, wrong pussy. Yes.
I mean, it could have been worse. He could have gone into, like, Ann Summers for a harness instead.
Hey, yeah. Hey, now.
That would have been a whole different conversation.
A whole different harness.
Whole different understanding.
Just think if Ann Summers had been, like, the next shop along before the pet shop. I mean... Yes,
yeah. I mean, I did at one point.
Maybe if it's for free, what the fuck is wrong with? Don't do it for free.
I did train Hannah, my daughter, to not do bad things by spraying her with a water bottle for a little while.
Seems legit.
It works for dogs.
Yeah.
So it'll work for a child.
Yes.
They're basically the same thing.
I'm not seeing any booze. It is Friday night. Why aren't you drinking? I mean, you don't have to.
I just forgot.
I just found it really... Why aren't you drinking? I have to drive. I
think, Alex, actually, the real answer to that question is because somebody didn't make me a New York sour. So...
Oh, shit. That feels like I've let you down there.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
I don't have any ice, though, so I didn't ask you.
Okay. I was going to turn up, and then my friends were playing Sentinels. Sentinels of the Multiverse, presumably. Hi, what breed of dog are you buying this harness for? A plus-minus 2-year-old.
Well played, Diego.
Very nice, very nice.
Excellent
The stream is really very funny tonight.
Yes. Much funnier than us.
Yeah, I know. Thank God for them. Right, we've got one left.
We
and
do.
It's yours.
We do, yes. Mine.
Mine?
Not submitted by me. Submitted by Karis.
Okay, so if it's not funny, it's Karis's fault.
Works for me. That also applies to me, by the way. If you ever tune in and it's not funny, it's Karis's fault.
It's Karis's fault.
Am I the arsehole for throwing a party for my daughters after they were uninvited? Wait for it. My daughters, 11/10, both have purple hair.
11 minus 10. Sorry, Karen.
They love it this way and have been getting it dyed since they were 6. Parentheses, with caution. They were invited to a little girl's birthday/Halloween party under the condition that they have their hair dyed a natural colour. I asked why, and the mother insisted that their hair would take away from the birthday pictures because they draw attention. I asked if the daughters could just not be in the pictures, and she said there's no way to guarantee that, and to either dye their hair a normal colour or they can't come. I said, fine. This was like October 8th, maybe the 9th. So I decided to throw a party for my daughters on Halloween, since they won't be able to go to that one, and invited her classmates. Parentheses, the girl was in a completely separate class. Okay. We had the party, cake, bounce house, candy piñata, and all that cool jazz.
Mm-hmm.
The girls had a blast, and I posted a few pictures online. Apparently this was the wrong move, because the little girl's mother saw my post and asked what right I had to steal her daughter's moment from her. Her daughter saw the pictures and was upset that she didn't get to come to the party because they didn't have the things we did. Her mother said that I was an arsehole, well, we'll be the judge of that, for one-upping her just because my kids couldn't come to their party.
Oh my God.
And that if I really wanted them there, I would have just dyed their hair.
Fuck off.
Info.
Info?
Yeah, it says info.
Info. Info me.
The invite was on the 8th, as was the hair dye request. A week after, we RSVP'd in the negative. I planned a Halloween party on the same day, October 31st/Halloween.
This is a TLDR.
I did not throw a party on some obscure day that happened to be her birthday for the giggles and the petties.
Well, the Captain Brilliance, that should be said. She should drink.
It was a Halloween party on Halloween. Info, part or two.
Pas deux.
That lady is in a completely different tax bracket than me. She had a pony, assorted teas catered, and a wagon ride as well. I threw a party, was a Frankenstein bounce house my husband had from a few Halloweens ago, a few piñatas from Party City, which is a budget store if you're not familiar.
Okay.
And like $120 of candy and about $100 in snacks. Some basic carnival games, parentheses, cornhole, balloon
She loves
darts,
a parentheses.
sack race, end parentheses. For those that were wondering what the difference between the parties was. Am I the arsehole?
Well, I think the general consensus is that you are not the arsehole. However, I love an assorted tease. However people tease me in an assorted way. I'm not sure I approve of dyeing small children's hair. Isn't that damaging to their hair at the age of 6? Maybe I'm wrong, but the mother of the party girl can fuck right off, and the revenge party was fantastic.
But it wasn't a revenge party. It says very clearly, it was not for the petties. And so, on that basis, I posit that she is the arsehole.
What are you doing today?
Because this was not nearly fucking revengey enough.
Is this haters gonna arsehole?
I think she could have been much more fuck you to the mother of the
think you're
dickhead
right.
children. And she really held back.
So, just to kind of clarify a couple of these points. The people, her kids were invited, but told specifically to make
Dye their
certain
hair.
changes in order to attend. She went, fuck that, I'll throw your own party. Invited people that were in that class, because the kid isn't even in the class. So the kid wasn't there.
Other people,
Yes.
people who would not ordinarily have gone to that.
And
to
did
a
not invite
party.
the girl.
Yes, because she had her own party.
She had her own party. And then the girl got upset because she didn't get to do all the cool stuff
At the better party.
at the better party,
Yeah.
even though money-wise, dollars to donuts, her pony stuff was ultimately...
was a lot more bougie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You have summarised that very well. So,
Thank you,
yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, I listened.
Now, what is your opinion on that?
I think it's fucking hilarious. What I love about this is sometimes I wonder whether it's fake, and sometimes I wonder whether people are so stupid. There was one I read earlier where, like, this guy wanted to go to a Halloween party when he was 20 years old, and his mum and dad are like, no, you've got to come to this family thing. And he's like, but I want to go to my friend's thing, my friend's Halloween party. And they're like, no, come to this family Halloween party.
It'll be totally lame.
It'll be totally
You'll
lame.
love it.
And he went, oh, I want to go to the other one. And they went, okay, fine. Here's the thing. Why don't you go to both? We'll do our family one first. You can drive us there so we can get drunk. And then you can go to your friend's one afterwards. And then what happened was they delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. So he couldn't do the other one. So he didn't get to go to his friend's party. And so as a result, he got really fucking annoyed with his parents. And then fast forward 5 years later, when he was really pissed off, they said, we're having a party. Will you come? And he went, no, I won't go. Because this happened before, and you didn't let me, you reneged on your promise, so I'm just going to go to my friend's Halloween party like I do. And they were like, fine, we'll go, but we're going to go, but, and he was like, I know you just want me to be the designated driver again, so I'm not going to go. And then later on, they went to so the parents go to the party, drink, drive themselves home, and get a DUI as a result of it.
Yes.
And then the sister, whose party it is, says, it's your fault, bloke, that they got a DUI. Because if you'd have come to the party and driven them, then they wouldn't have got a drunk driving offence. And it's that sort of shit which this woman is like, hey, listen, if you hadn't run your party, my own daughter wouldn't be upset. And it's always someone... This is why I think it must be fake. But it's not fake, Jeremy. It's all these people who just aren't responsible for their own fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's always someone else's fault.
It's always someone else's fault.
It's always someone else's fault.
Always someone else's fault. Facts Not Lizards. She is a little of an arsehole for not inviting the little girl who is not at fault. The little girl is not at fault, this is true. But also, she had her own party.
Yeah, I think the thing here is that she didn't want to just go, hey, have an invite. Oh, I guess you can't come, because
I guess you can't come because it's your birthday.
We already
You have your
know
own
that you've got a
birthday
thing.
party.
So I think I probably wouldn't have invited
I'm okay with that. Yeah. I think that the little girl whose birthday party it was needs a new mother. Maybe she could get one for Christmas.
Maybe she will.
Maybe put it on the Santa list. Yeah,
Jez, it's your fault that MFL guy is so stupid.
Not my fault, mate. It's not my
That's
team.
how it works. That's how it works.
It's not my team.
He's going to be blaming you. I don't think he can, but he'll find a way.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say,
that was 4 excellent examples.
really good.
Of 3 real Am I the Arseholes and 1 fake one that was better than all of the.
I have to say, we haven't had Don't Get Me Started
No.
for
Like 3-4 weeks.
3-4 weeks, 4 weeks. You
So
know.
to have 4,
It's totally reasonable.
yeah, catches us up a little bit,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Now,
Now,
earlier,
yes.
it was mentioned
Yes.
when you said we'll do it next week.
Yes.
Harmstone, in the way that he does, flippantly said, "Ha! Well, there isn't a Don't Get Me Started next week because Jez is away at MCM." To which we say,
You say. And I
"Fuck
say,
you, Harmstone.
Yes.
There is a Don't Get Me Started next week, but
Yes.
you're going to have to come a little bit earlier to get it. Tune in on Thursday at 7:30 over on his channel,
Yes.
twitch.tv/alwaysbechatting,
Me.
for a slightly earlier than usually advertised Don't Get Me Started,
Yes.
so that I can fuck off on the Friday.
You shall go to the ball.
I shall go to the MCM, and will also Don't Get Me Started.
Yes. So, where normally on a Thursday you come and watch the Alphabet stream at 7:30, we'll do Don't Get Me Started.
Yep.
And mine. And then on the Friday night, we'll do my Alphabet stream / probably do Marbles all night. Probably. So there you go.
And the good thing about that is that I can probably hang out in that, because it's easy to hang out on somebody's stream in a hotel. But it's not easy to stream from a hotel.
That's true.
So it's the best of both worlds.
One. So,
It's
what
never
we're
part
saying to you,
Unloved part 2.
what we're saying to you is Don't Get Me Started will be on my channel next Thursday at 7:30. And then we'll do something else Friday 7:30. And of course, I'm doing this on Tuesday 7:30. So all you need to remember...
We're doing it 7:30 to not confuse the simple folk.
Yes,
by the way.
yeah, we're doing it at 7:30 because normally my stream is at 7:30 on a Thursday. I feel this is all obvious. Don't get me Thursdays. I can never get the hang of Thursdays. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite retro, your father.
It's a bit, you know.
Because, you will remember that Don't Get Me Started used to be a Wednesday night affair.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then prior to that, while we were idiots and forgot that the NFL was a thing the other half of the year, it was a Sunday night.
Yeah, it was a
thing.
Sunday.
It
And we were like,
started as a Sunday night thing.
it started with a kiss. So, yes, I hope you'll join for... And while we're talking about things we're doing, on next Tuesday, I think I'm going to go back to playing Gartic. So if you want some Gartic fun...
It's been a while.
I know. Well, I did the whole of, October and all the scary stuff and some bits and pieces of other bits and pieces. So Tuesday, 7:30 will be Gartic. Thursday, 7:30 will be Don't Get Me Started. And Friday will be a mixed bag of any bullshit that I want to do. And who knows what the fuck. I think that...
And if I might hype something...
Please do.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Tomorrow from 11 a.m. beginneth my 12-hour stream to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on Twitch, which was actually in July. I'm a bit slow, don't bother me. And for reaching 500 followers.
Nice.
There'll be a variation of different things, including, apparently, me doing a cryptic crossword, which will only end badly.
Can only end badly.
It can only end. Could we just have a 12-hour now, please?
Let us commence.
No.
Bring me the wine.
I've mulled it over,
Bring me the mulled wine.
given it fair consideration, and I must say,
Incidentally, if any of you are around in Folkestone for reals tomorrow, we're going to go and watch Duncan the Singer do the thing that he is known for, that being singing. I think he's singing.
being dunking.
Yes, at the light switch on.
Biscuits.
Blomp. On the light switch on tomorrow in Folkestone High Street. So if you're Folkestone based, you can
Or
come
even if you're not.
or even if you're
travel.
not, hey, you can come down if you want to. I don't remember when he's on. I think he's at 5. But anyway, the bottom line is, come down.
Come on down.
Let's stream all night. 12 more hours. 12 more hours. Hey, I tell you what. Yeah, I mean, that's true. 5, he said. Okay, so 5. 5. What are you waiting for? 5 to 5:15. he will be there. So come down if you're local. That's about all.
It's about all we got time
That's
for.
everything we got
Here
time
on
for.
Don't Get Me Started. If you would like to support the channel and you're lurking about, do make sure you drop both of us a follow. How is Jez doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow if he's going to watch Duncan?
Well,
he's not.
Can't
That's
watch
how
Duncan.
that works.
He is what he is.
Yeah.
You can.
I cannot do two things.
He can't. He can't bilocate himself.
Yeah.
No.
When you get
his
his student watch, hey, that's on the cards. That's
when we
are not lazy.
Yes.
We're gonna take this on the road at some point.
If I thought that I could get 20 people in front of this, then I think I would do it. You don't know who's going to come to it.
I really think
I'd love to tour it. It'd be amazing. Let's put the word on the streets and get everyone to follow this.
Yeah. Okay. So if we were to take this on a live tour, other than the obvious, don't get me started, what would be the subtitle, if you will, of the live Don't Get Me Started tour?
Chat shit, get banged.
Fuck shit,